I'm Gary Payton at the Seattle Supersonics.
Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks.
DK Metcalf.
John and Sue with
the Favreau.
This is Nate Burleson. You're watching NorbCam.
And you're watching NorbCam.
What's up, everybody? This is NorbCam coming at you here on this Saturday night, the day before the big, Sunday of NFL football. But I know why you guys are here, of course, because as you saw in the title, somebody owes me a bet, a payoff on the bet that we made from the game last week. And I wasn't going to let this week of football go by without that bet being paid off. And as you know, Sports Live in the ATL, one of the biggest fans of everything Atlanta sports, made this bet with me last time we went live, and unfortunately for him, my Seahawks came out victorious in that game. So, as we had discussed, he's going to have to pay off in a way that I had said he would do it. And I'm going to recap that because some of you may not have seen this before, but let me bring him onto the screen right now. Welcome, everybody. David, Sports Live in the ATL. David, how you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling like I'm ready to become the next American Idol, sir.
and with that outfit you got on, you look it, man. You look like you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, before we get to all that stuff, I do want to say congratulations to the 12s and the Seattle Seahawks for coming to Atlanta and beating us and extending Dan Quinn's tenure here at least one more game. Because I think after next Sunday, he's probably done. Good luck to Seattle the rest of the way. We'll try to do what we can for you against the 49ers. And, hey, I got much respect for Seattle, man. I've done a lot with you guys throughout the years, and you and Norb and all your fans were with me on that tough night the day after the Super Bowl. And most words are positive, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. So this is for y'all, this bet that I got to do. Don't laugh too hard. Don't be drinking anything. You're going to spit it up probably. I do want to give a couple shout-outs to Pigskin Pete Carroll's Gum. You might know her, Seahawks. Pigskin Pete is a Clemson Tiger, Carolina Panther fan, and 8 Pixel Productions, Gator fan, Bronco fan, and mystery slots if she does pop into the live. So, yeah, here we go.
Wait a second. We can't just jump right into this.
I'm not playing the song yet. I'm just like, here we go.
All right. Because I'm
in no hurry to embarrass myself.
We need a little foreplay to set this up, man. You can't just jam it right in there. We got to kind of milk this thing and work it nice and slow.
Dude, he just said foreplay. So, but this song I got to sing, that totally makes it so. Oh my God.
First, I want to do a shout out to Unix Format on the Super Chat. Unix Format has been a big supporter, doing lots of Super Chat donations for me, and I appreciate that very much. Unix Format says, "Let's go Hawks." Woo! I'm with you, buddy.
What's his name? Unix Format says, "What's up, David? You're a good sport, sir." Woo. Yep. That's Unix right. Format. Thank you.
All right, and I see people are also already blowing up the chat, but we got some phone calls already coming in. We'll get to you in a minute. Again, The number is on the bottom of the screen. Call in 515-606-5121, and then punch in the code 696153 when you're prompted to. I apologize to some of you. I heard that some of you can't call in without some kind of 1 cent a minute charge. I don't know what's up with that because I thought cell phone long distance was a thing of the past, but apparently there's some.
Is that
phones.
International fees or something?
No, it's other people have no problems calling in. It's like a Midwest number through this, You
guys want a penny? I got some quarters on me if you need.
They might be making it rain pennies on you, man, when you start singing. So
oh God, Lord.
Okay, so before we get to the calls, before we get all that, so our bet we talked about, what the bet was, whoever won the game.
Hey, Norb, before you go on, can I give one shout that I see in the chat now?
Yeah, go for it. I
don't know if this person means you or me, but I'll go and give this person a shout. Obey Pizza YT.
Oh,
there's your shout out.
Yeah, there you go.
From Atlanta.
Obey Pizza YT. There you go.
Yes.
All right. So the bet, the guidelines of the bet was whoever won got to basically tell the other person they had to sing a song of their choice. So in this case, because my team won, the Seahawks, David had to sing a song of my choice, and I polled the audience, and I got a lot. It was kind of between Barbie Girl or Justin Bieber.
And it was probably rigged.
Hey, man, it was completely fair, no bias whatsoever. But it came down to those two songs. And I was like listening to them, going, okay, which would be more humiliating, Barbie or Bieber? I had to go with the Biebs, and so David, lucky for you, I picked Justin Bieber. Are you happy with that choice, or would you have rather gone with Barbie Girl? Your face says it all. IB Dave Jones, by the way, $2 super chat. Go Hawks. Thank you very much, sir.
And Deadly Skills, there's your shout out too. I see him wanting to plug.
Yep. But anyway, so that's the basis of the bet. I won. So if you guys are all ready to hear David sing? I've heard him sing. The reason I came up with this idea is because I've seen some of your other videos, and you would go on there, you sang some just random stuff in the middle of the night and stuff, and I was like, okay, all right, this is a talent I think I can exploit here, but I'm going to make you sing something.
Exploit this talent? What?
But sing something you would never be caught dead singing on one of your own videos. So I think we're ready to do this.
Might record this and put this in some kind of miss towards me. I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
A bet is a bet. I lost it, so I got to do it.
Okay. All right. You guys ready? All right. Here we go. Anytime.
You may start doing it right now.
I think we're ready to do the Sports Live and the ATL.
Okay.
David, make sure you sub his channel because he's being a good sport doing all this. Check out his channel is in the description.
All right.
Hopefully you won't lose subscribers when you sing this.
Okay.
All right. The world is ready.
All right, here we go, y'all. Oh, whoa.
With some feeling.
Oh, whoa. Oh, oh, whoa. Oh, oh, oh. You know you love me. I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love. You are my heart. And we will never, ever, ever be apart. Dan Quinn, you suck. Are we an item? Girl, quit playing. We're just friends. What are you saying? That is another. Look right in my eyes. My first love broke my heart for the first time, and I was like, baby, baby, oh, no, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 oh, I thought you'd always be mine, baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 oh, I thought you'd always be mine. You would have done whatever, and I can't believe we ain't together, and I wanna play it cool, but I'm losing you. Good Lord, but anything, I'll buy you any ring, and I'm in pieces, baby. Fix me and you shake me till you wake me from this bad dream. I'm going down, 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 down. I can't believe my first
one more chorus and it's over.
And I'm like, baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 oh. Thought you'd always be mine, Dan Quinn, you suck. Baby, baby, oh, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 oh, thought you'd always be mine. Literally, when I was 13, I had my first.
All right, you can.
There was nobody that compared to my baby, and nobody came
stop
between.
anytime, bro.
Good Lord, okay. Okay, I think that was about it.
Okay.
That thing kind of lost me like a third of the way through.
I think you broke the internet.
And I see NorbCam. Wait, hold on a second. I'm looking at a little delay. NorbCam is jamming. Really?
Hey, man.
Oh, my God.
That's the cut, man.
Pizzle Productions, welcome, sir. I'm glad you got to see that. So if I look right in front of Simon Cowell's face, he would be like, Slater, you're absolutely the worst.
I am 90.
Okay,
I am 999. Call an ambulance. I can't breathe.
Well, I'm going to play this back and see you dancing, man. I was like, what? Did you actually bust a groove?
Oh, yeah, man. I was getting into it. Oh, God, that was hilarious.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Congratulations on the win again, man.
Tom Jasper Jr. Damn, I think I peed a little. I better check my drawers too. Oh God, that was fun. Thanks for being a good sport, man. That was pretty hilarious,
problem, man. You're welcome, sir.
I was wondering. So if you guys had defeated us, what song would you have made me sing? I'm just curious. It's not gonna happen now, but if it had been, what would you have done for me?
Well, first, A Fizzle Productions says, hello, what's good, Norb and Sleeta? A Fizzle Productions is a longtime friend of mine. Check them out, Norb and the 12th Faithful. If Atlanta would have won, yeah, right, we can't even beat a paper bag right now. But if we did win, I would probably have you seen, since we would have beaten you 4 out of 5, I probably would have said Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again. Something like that.
You know, that wouldn't have been a bad.
That fits out pretty good for you.
You know, actually, that song's not even like cringy for me because Britney, she was hot back in the day. That was kind of the cut, right? Oops, I did it again. You played with your heart, lost in the game. Something. I no, nothing from above. That innocent. Wait, that's the wrong song.
Norb, do me a favor. Don't ever do that again.
I like mix two songs together.
Everybody just ran for their lives.
Okay. All right. Okay. This show quickly, as always, goes off the rails whenever Dave is on. Okay. Let's talk a little bit. So that game, you got to admit that at some point you must have had some hope in that game. I know at halftime it was like pretty much went as expected, but then the second half was like a totally different situation. At any point did you think you might win this game, or were you the whole time thinking, nah, that's not going to happen?
At no point did I ever think we were going to win. I haven't picked the Falcons to win since week 4. Reason being is because the Falcons start off slow, and it showed again. I was actually surprised that the Falcons made a game of it, but I'm glad that they had some resilience. But at no time did I ever feel like we were going to win because we're just not playing well defensively. So even when it was close, I didn't really, get excited because I just didn't feel we were coming back. And that's different for me, Norb, because I've always been the person of confidence throughout the years on here with my team. But they just haven't given me a reason to feel that way. So
right.
I was never in a situation where I felt like we were going to win. No.
Even when it got to be within a touchdown? No. Okay. All right.
No, because we can't stop anybody, and we proved it. We couldn't stop y'all in the last drive, right?
Yeah.
The defense is just that bad, man. We cannot stop anybody. So.
Well, I could tell you, though, from our end, there was a lot of not happy Seahawks fans with the way that game turned out. I mean, people were like, how come we're not stepping on the gas and stepping on their throats and putting them away? They shouldn't have been that close. What's wrong with these guys? I mean, we were.
That might be true, Norb, but you know what I tell Seahawks fans? Would you rather be 6-2 or 1-7?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, we must be the most unhappiest 6-2 fan base in the world right now because, man, 6-2, 4-0 on the road for the first time in like 40 years. You got to be counting your blessings for that because, yeah, you're right. We could be in a lot worse situation.
Well, what's the old saying? You don't always win pretty. All that matters is getting a win.
Yep.
The Seahawks aren't winning pretty, but the Falcons are losing horribly, ugly. So
yeah.
It is what it is. And just in case anybody does not know why I'm wearing this right here, this is something that I won from Norb a couple years back. He sent it to me, so I figured that would add to the whatever. So that's why I'm wearing this for Norb. Hey, Norb, A Fizzle Production is asking, when can we call in? If you can, do me this solid, sir. If you see A Fizzle Production, A Fizzle, text me your area code, Norb, and if you can put him on, please do. He's a good guy to talk to. Well,
you guys can call anytime. I've got a few callers standing by, which I'm going to get to in just a second. But yeah, let's we'll get a couple calls right now. Yeah. I have a couple other things I want to talk about. We got a game tomorrow.
Make sure you get A Fizzle though. I promise you. You want to get him on.
All right, A Fizzle. Well, why don't you put your area code in the chat, and at least I'll know who you are. I've got a few lines right now, but let's take the ones in order right now. I've got an 808 area code. Let's start with one right here. See what the 808 has to say. I believe this is in Hawaii. What's up? You're on with NorbCam. Who's this?
Aloha.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I got you. Okay, you're on with NorbCam. Who's this? Hello?
Hello from Hawaii. Are you there?
Nope.
Calling Hawaii. Aloha.
All right, let's try a different one. I hope it's not my setup. It was working earlier. Let's try the 605. Who's this? Where are you calling from? Don't tell me. Don't tell me I'm having systematic issues. Oh, you know what? I think I'm having systematic issues. Hold on a second.
Systematic issues. So in English terms, that means what?
That means things are effed up right now.
Well, while you're doing that right there, if I can, let me just if that's okay, I'll read over
While I
chat.
troubleshoot this, I'm gonna have you on.
Troubleshoot.
Well, we're gonna let's see. What can I? Well, you kill some time for me. This is what we call a
a
little
random,
bit of distraction.
spontaneous thing.
All right, David, you're on while I'm working on this.
Taga Cali says Sleeta looks good in an emerald green and Puget Sound blue gear. Maybe in another life, maybe Taga Cali, I would wear that 24/7. Andrew Elwood says, I will cheer on the Seahawks if I get a shout out. Well, there you go, sir. Cheer the Falcons while you're at it. How about that? See, can y'all still hear me in the chat? I know Norb went down, but can y'all hear me?
I'm still here. I'm just working on stuff.
Okay, good. Norb, the computer guy from Deadly Skills. Deadly Skills says, who's this? Knock, knock. Who's there, sir? Unix Format says, take it away, David. You honor your bets like a boss. It's because I am legit, man. I'm a legit boss. Besides, Norb has lost many bets to me, so I owed him one. You know, I owed him this one. Tim D, Eskimo Blue, how you doing? Welcome to Norb's Live. Devin Peterson. A Fizzle says, we can hear you. I hope so, A Fizzle. Text me your area code, sir, so that way when he gets his systematic issues situated,
welcome.
He can take your
this
call.
service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. There is one host and one participant in this conference.
We're back.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
Welcome to NorbCam.
All right. Okay, we are back. Okay, so sorry about that. How did I do, Call back in. You were doing just fine. You're just fine.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so yeah, lines are back in. Sorry, I had to drop all the calls. So if you guys were calling earlier, call back in. I'll try to get you back in. So let me try that again. Let's get the 808 back in the house. Let's see if this will work this time. Is this Hawaii in the house?
Yep.
All right. What's up, man?
What's up, Norb?
What's up? Who's this?
David?
Hey, what's up, man? Aloha, how you doing, sir?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You called last time.
Good.
What's the name again?
Yeah. Quinlan,
that's right. Yeah, how's it going? What's on your mind tonight?
I don't know. Just looking at that game on Sunday. The Bucks. We take on the Bucks.
Yeah, what's your
if
thoughts?
Our running game should work.
What's your thought on that game?
I don't know. If our running game doesn't work, I guess the passing game should work for us.
Well, and, the Buccaneers do have one of the better run defenses, statistically speaking.
Yeah.
So we may be forced to go through the air, which I'm okay with that because I've wanted to, get a little bit more of Russell earlier, getting, throwing the ball around a little bit. So, I'm
let me
okay
go. Hey, Norb, let me go ahead and throw a little 2 cents in since it is an NFC South team.
That's right. Let's get your scouting report, David.
So I'm going to help you guys out, sir, on how to beat Tampa Bay. First of all, your defense is pretty stout as far as a pass rush, right? You want to get a pass rush on Jameis Winston, number one. He's one of those quarterbacks because throughout the years when it comes to playing in our division, he's erratic at best. You don't want to miss a tackle. If you have a chance to wrap him up, you better wrap him up because he's going to bounce off of you and make some plays.
Well, I got something to say. I got something to say, David. The problem is we haven't had a good pass rush. That's probably one of the biggest complaints of Seahawks fans, and myself included. We have not had our pass rush come together yet.
Well, that right there is how I am. But I do know you have guys clearly more capable than the Falcons to put a pass rush. So your keys for you guys: put Jameis Winston down to the ground. As far as offensively goes, their running game is but they got Mike Evans out there. If Jameis is able to spread the ball and get out of the pocket, he can make some plays. So contain him, and you should be able to win.
All right. What about on the defensive side of the ball? Who do we have to worry about the most? I know they got a lineman out there that's pretty good.
I really, there's this one guy that's on Tampa Bay that's been harassing us for years. Tampa Bay has made some changes, so I really don't know everybody that they have. 44 Legendary, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live. I don't know there's this one guy that I'm having a brain fart, so I don't know his name. But
I know who you're talking about. I forgot too.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can pass rush. So if you have any issues on the offensive line, you better be careful. That's all I'm saying. Because they can bring the heat on the defensive line. So
how's their secondary?
It's not great. It's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. It's definitely beatable.
Okay. Well, so Russell has an opportunity to exploit that if he gets time.
Yeah.
And he might have to buy his own time, since we do have some issues. We lost our center, Justin Britt, last week for the season, and that's going to be an issue. But I think our line's starting to, at least the other parts of the line are starting to come together. But we are going to be without our starting center for a while. Yeah.
You got Josh Gordon, Norb.
That's the one. Yes. Right. I know. We do have. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he brings. I don't think he's been brought in to be a pass rusher. I don't know. What do you know about him? Do you have thoughts on him?
I don't know.
It's a name, but I don't know what he really brings.
Receiver,
I'm just telling you guys, if Seattle can contain Jameis Winston, your chances of leaving your game with the win is pretty good, and you're at home. And it's a change of the month. It's in November, so.
Yep. We start playing our best ball.
The only team that has pretty good success in Seattle in November, December is us, and we suck right now. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, man. Do you have any other questions for us? Either of us?
Shoots. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. You can, say hi to all the Honolulu Seahawkers out there.
Yeah. Aloha.
Yep,
all right.
Aloha.
Say hello to Dog the Bounty Hunter for me.
I used to watch him back in the day. All right, man. Take care, Quinlan. Good talking to you.
Okay.
Hey, Norb, did you get my text on my friend's area code?
I did.
Okay, good. Thanks, sir.
All right. In fact, I do believe I see him up on the screen. Let's bring him right now. Let's see if that's A Fizzle Productions, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one? All right. Is this A Fizzle? Is this the one and only A Fizzle Productions?
Y'all already know.
All right. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. What's going on?
Appreciate that, Norb. Not much. I just want to, first and foremost, I know this is off guard because it's NFL, but I want to congratulate Sleeta and his Georgia Bulldogs for beating my Florida Gators earlier today.
Thank you, A-Fizz. Look at the cam, sir. Look at the cam, my dude. Thank you, sir.
Look at the cam.
You didn't see it?
I got to look at it later because I'm not around my computer. I'm out and about, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Yeah, congratulations.
I'm going to say this one last thing, too. I don't care what anybody say. My Broncos are going to beat the Browns tomorrow. I'm booking it right here. You heard it here first.
I could see that happening. I could see it happening.
Bold prediction, but that would be a bit of an upset. You could guys pull that off.
So what do you think about that game, Norb? Denver and Cleveland.
Well, I'm not feeling the positivity that A-Fizzle is feeling.
That
game's, I know, of course, you got to root for your team and all that, but this game's in Denver too, right?
Believe you better tell how I am about them Braves.
Oh God, don't get me started on the Braves, man. It's been rough. Oh my goodness.
You talking about positivity. I say you better let them know how I am when it comes to those guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That game tomorrow is in Denver, is it not?
Yeah, it's in Denver.
Which gives a little bit of an advantage possibly to the Broncos over the Browns. The Browns, they just most of the times it's them getting in their own way. They got enough talent to really win a lot more games that they're winning, and their quarterback's a little bit of a firecracker. We all know about the press conference where he walked off all upset because they were asking questions about what went wrong last week.
I think the Browns are they're the most overhyped team coming to the season. And I had no fear of them coming to the season, and I was damn sure don't have any fear of them coming to tomorrow. I just don't see anything about the Browns that scare me. They look good on paper, don't get me wrong, but that chemistry was not going to be well, and it's not clicking to the point where I just don't see them coming to Denver and getting the dub.
Well, I think they were the most overhyped team, I think, coming into 2019. That was the problem. They kind of hyped themselves up, and that's the biggest mistake you can make is to basically talk about how great you're going to be, right? You should let your actions speak for yourself once the season gets going, but not tell everybody. When was the last time I remember it was the Eagles a few years ago with oh God, what was that guy's name?
Osawa and Rogers Cromartie and Vince Young and all that.
Yeah, it was going to be the dream team and all that stuff. That never happened. It's like it just will they ever learn? Don't make predictions. don't predict a game outcome, and don't hype your team up before the season starts. That'd be my only recommendation to
Well, I
players out
hyped
there.
the Falcons up before the season started. I expected Super Bowl run, and look where we're at.
Well, you're a fan. We're allowed to hype up our teams, but you shouldn't be doing it as the players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm used to that from Slater, though.
Yeah, because A-Fizzle will know me for years. A-Fizzle and I have been friends on here for about, 6, 7 years?
9 years.
Friends and
9
enemies.
years. I'm sorry, I stand corrected.
Friends and rivals, I take, right?
Yeah. But speaking of rivals, let me ask this question. Because I know Denver and Seattle, I knew you guys used to be really, really at it at the old AFC West days. So
Oh, yeah.
how did y'all feel about that rivalry? How would you rank the Broncos and the Seahawks in the top 10? Would you put them in the top 10 overall rival of all time?
Back when we were in the AFC West? No, the problem with that is we usually lost. It wasn't much of a rivalry.
Yeah, because the thing with it is, like, when I got into the NFL, when I got to the Broncos, it was like the tail end of the Seahawks tenure in the AFC West. Like, I got into the team in '98, 4 years after that. Seahawks moved to the NFC, so I didn't think anything of them. My biggest rival was always the Raiders, so I always want to beat them. Then the Chargers and the Chiefs in that order.
Yeah, and that's how it was too. I think for us, the Raiders was definitely our biggest rival because it was so fun. We played them a lot of games on Monday night, and we always found a way to beat those guys on some big games. But for the most part, we did not fare very well against our AFC West opponents. But we did beat the Broncos in 1983 in our first playoff game.
Yeah, A-Fizzle said he was a fan in 1988. Gee, was that before y'all beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl or afterwards?
Before. Funny man.
Is that who you got in the screaming in the background there? You had a party or something?
Yeah, I'm at a bar.
Man, dude, A-Fizzle is always partying, my dude. A-Fizzle is always a party animal.
Quick shout out to I got a quick shout out to the super. I got a quick shout out to the super chat.
Hey, Fizzle, hold on a second.
Ancient Hawk 48 with a $4.99 super chat has a question for David. Do you think it's time for a new quarterback? And then Unix format $2 super chat Bronco Busters. Yeah, I remember those days. David, what do you think? The question from Ancient Hawk 48.
Well, before I answer that question, Fizzle, what do you want to say, sir?
Before you say anything, Squeal, no, I'm not at Hooters, because I know that's the first thing you're going to say.
So, a bar other than Hooters.
I wish I was at Hooters. Angel Hawk, to answer your question, no, I do not. I think, Matt Ryan gets a bad rap, okay? But when you think about it, he put us in position to win a Super Bowl. He's been one of the most durable quarterbacks in the league since he's been here. He's actually put up some pretty damn good numbers this year, and he's pretty physically tough. And if you're going to build a team, you're going to build a team around a tight end and a quarterback. And not many quarterbacks are out there. And even though Matt Schaub did what he did last week, you need a guy like Matt Ryan, because if any team in the league needed say if Russell Wilson left Seattle, if Matt Ryan was offered to Seattle, Seattle would take him. So, he's still a viable quarterback. So, no, I do not. I think we need to change coaches and get rid of our GM.
Yep. All right. Well, anything else, Fizzle? We're going to try to get to some other callers here, but appreciate your insight.
I'm going to let you get some other callers down.
All right, man. Enjoy your time at the bar.
Fizzle, thanks for popping in, my dude.
You bet.
No problem, man.
All right. Take it easy. All right. Later. Go Hawks. All right.
Norb, I appreciate that, sir.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Let's just go down the list here. Who do we got? Let's go to the resident 49er fan buddy of mine here. Let's go to Rohan from Northern California. Rohan, what's going on, bro?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Well,
Rohan, how you doing, sir?
It has been a while. Yeah, you got to be doing well. We haven't talked in a while, but man, here you are. After all this time we've spent in the years of having these chats and interactions and phone calls, finally you sit here atop the NFC West, your 49ers, 8-0, in the prime position of the driver's seat in the NFC West. How are you feeling right now, man?
Depressed.
What?
Depressed? Hold on a second. Did you just say you're depressed being 8-0?
I'll explain.
All right.
I mean,
Oh, my
it's good and all
lords.
to be atop the NFC, but we learned yesterday that our middle linebacker is out for the season. So
Whoa. When did that happen?
against Arizona, is it like a thing where is it like a rule that states when you play in Arizona, one of your top players needs to be injured?
It certainly has happened to us. I said in my prediction video of 2019, I called that place a mausoleum because, as you guys may know, the Seahawks fans know all too well, that we lost. We lost Richard Sherman. We lost Cam Chancellor on the same night on that field. We lost Earl Thomas, broke his leg on that field, and we lost Super Bowl 49 on that field. So I have nothing but bad memories of that place. Even when we win, we lose. If you know what I'm talking about.
What place are you talking about?
Talking about in Arizona, in Glendale. Places, a house of horrors.
From what I remember, it's not only in Arizona. I remember the last couple years, maybe 15, 16, 17 or whatever, Arizona plays Seattle and they beat you, I think, every time, whether it had been in Seattle or Arizona, right?
No. We have not lost in Arizona in a long time. They've actually beaten us.
So it was in Seattle that
they've been better. They've beaten us better in Seattle than down in Arizona.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you lost your middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I missed that. Well, you got a lot of talent, though. It's not like that was the one piece that was making you guys succeed. I mean, I guess what does that mean to you guys?
Let's see. Well,
how does that change the outlook?
Well, the thing is, the opposing teams weren't able to do that use of screen passing or to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands fast to avoid the pass rush. Now teams can do that because before Quan Alexander got injured during the Cardinals game, Kyler Murray was doing basic stuff. Then he got injured. And then Kyler Murray just...
Hey, man, you got real quiet. Make sure your phone's up to your mouth, man.
Honestly, I thought it was.
There we go. You were saying about the screen pass.
Yeah.
Loud and clear now. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Before Quan Alexander got injured, teams weren't able to run screen passes on the 49ers. Now they are.
Okay. So you're saying there's one little chink in the armor there that might be an issue for the 49ers. Well, let me ask you something. You know your team obviously better than any of us because you watch them every week. You've watched this team go from the start of the season to 8-0. What is their kryptonite? If you were a coach, or if I was a coach for the Seahawks, and I was going, hey man, what do I got to do to beat your team? What's the key? What would you do to run if you were to beat the 49ers?
Offense or defense?
Well, both. If I was on offense, how do I get around that defense of yours?
Oh man. How do you get around the defense? I said screen passes, but something that kind of worked a lot since the Rams game has been running the ball. The 49ers have allowed 100 yards plus rushing each of the past few games in a row. And I know that you guys run the ball a lot.
We do like to run the ball. Yes, indeed.
So there's that, and then I mentioned the screen passes. Hopefully we can cover that up and allow our pass rush to do their thing. I mean,
all right.
And 49ers offense. I wanted to say force Garoppolo to throw the ball more, but given how it did against Arizona,
4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yep. I'm still going to stick with that. I mean, the 49ers haven't done particularly well when their run game has been totally clamped. So, against Tampa Bay, they were horrible offensively. Against Washington, they were horrible offensively. Against LA, they were horrible offensively. All three of those games, one thing they had in common was that they could not run the ball.
Well, you guys ran pretty well on Thursday night and threw the ball as well, too. So, it looked pretty good a couple nights ago. But, yeah. All right. Well, I'll let Pete Carroll know. I'll let Pete Carroll know and then Schottenheimer. Hey, man, throw more screen passes. That's the key.
Yeah.
I'll get a memo out to him ASAP.
Yeah, how's the mood on the 12s? Are you guys talking about the Niners game a lot right now? Is that talk of the town in Seattle?
I think people are worried. People are scared about the 49ers. I think everyone's hoping they would get a loss, but it didn't happen. Your defense
NorbCam,
looks formidable.
we're going to try to do you a favor in a couple of weeks, sir. We'll do our best for y'all to beat the 49ers.
Well, we're going to have our
we
first
play
shot
you guys
at 'em.
in week 15. You're so far away.
I know. We play them first. I mean, it's going to be a great, hopefully we take care of the Bucs tomorrow, and then that sets up a fantastic clash of NFC West rivals. I'm just glad the rivalry's back, man. I love this.
Oh,
I love
yeah,
the
and
fact-
by the way, one thing to remember, the 49ers have been injured to hell on offense. They're getting all their offensive start. They're getting all of their injured offensive starters back for the Seahawks game.
Well, that's nice. That's nice to know. Thanks for letting me know. Well, I don't know exactly what we're getting back. We are going to get the debut of Quandre Diggs, who we picked up from the Lions during the trade period. And we will also be debuting Josh Gordon, who we picked off waivers from the New England Patriots, which who knows how that's all going to work out. First game, with the Seahawks, but, it's going to add a new wrinkle to the game plan, that's for sure. What do you think about that?
Interested to see it. Interested to see it. Right now, Ninerland really isn't talking about the Seahawks matchup. We're all just mourning the loss of Quan Alexander right now. But once this weekend is passed, I think San Francisco is going to start buzzing about the Seahawks.
We'll have to do a little more in-depth talk about the matchup once we get past this Buccaneers game, and we'll talk a little bit more about the X's and O's with the 49ers. But anyway, for now, we got a game against the Buccaneers to take care of. So you guys will be resting up while you got the long week, and then we'll talk next week about the game to come.
If you guys can get to Jameis Winston a few times, they'll win. That's what the Niners did.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the key. Hopefully our pass rush comes alive. We'll find out. All right. Well, thanks for the call, man. It's always good to hear from you. And don't be depressed because you're freaking 8-0. So don't be depressed.
I know, right? 8-0. Try being 1-7, sir.
I've been there many times in the last 5 years.
That's true. I can't give you.
I do know the 49ers have been there.
I cannot give you too hard of a time because the 49ers
times.
have had their years of woes. So, yeah.
Many times.
All right. Good to talk to you, Rohan. Take it easy. We'll talk next week.
Later, Rohan.
And sure, you too, Dave in Atlanta.
All righty. Okay. Let's keep the calls rolling. I think it's a good conversation here. Let's go to the 605. I think I know who this might be. What's up?
Hello, is this NorbCam?
This is. Is this who I think it is?
It's Aiden from South Dakota.
Aiden from South Dakota, a.k.a. Kathleen Burgess. So, David, if you were thinking there's going to be like this hot woman on the line, it's not. It's this young boy named Aiden. So you can put your fantasies down. It's Aiden from
Seahawks are looking great with Josh Gordon.
We're just talking about Josh.
Hey, Aiden, welcome to the live, my dude.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a while, but the Seahawks could make it to the Super Bowl, but I at least want them to.
Of course, for sure. And the thing is, 8-0, that's a great starting record here, and they're obviously the key to getting through. But if I was on the radio at the local college station this morning, and we were comparing playoff scenarios in the NFC, the Seahawks remaining schedule, and it was very interesting. We all came up with different things, but we definitely see a big shakeup. But NFC is really loaded with top to bottom, the 6 teams that are all up there in the top. You got the Saints, you've got the Niners, you've got the Packers. All with one, those are all 1-0 or 1-loss teams right there. And then you've got, who else am I missing? You got, the Seahawks with two losses. You got the Vikings, the surprising Vikings who are in that mix at 6-2. And then you got
the Panthers. I think the Panthers are like 4-3.
4-3. You got Dallas at 4-4, I think. And you've got, I think those are the tops ones. But
you got the Falcons at 1-7, man.
Yeah, there's a 1 in there. But anyway, the NFC is just it's going to be interesting because there's a lot of teams in there. We might have some teams who don't make the playoffs who might have 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many records out there that are really high. But I think there's going to be some changes up in there. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited to see what they do with Gordon. But I'm really excited about. We'll see it tomorrow. But we've got Marquise Blair starting at strong safety, who's played very well at strong safety. And then you've got McDougal coming back and playing free safety with Tedrick Thompson suddenly on the IR with this shoulder thing that just suddenly happened. And so I like that combination, McDougal and Blair. I wanted to see that a while ago, and I'm happy to see how it goes tomorrow. I'm hoping that that's going to add a nice little wrinkle to their pass defense starting tomorrow. Hopefully that'll add to the Jameis Winston turnover parade and continue that. You know
well, Jameis Winston is prone to doing a lot of turnovers if you put pressure on him.
That's what we need. We need our front four to start putting some pressure on. We need Marquise Blair to start hitting some guys across the middle, and McDougal to get some of those free balls, which is very good at that. What do you think about that, Aiden?
The Seahawks are great, but the matchup tomorrow on Sunday night, the New England Patriots, like exactly. Predictions is the Patriots
I think he's breaking up a little bit
versus the Ravens.
Yeah, okay, all right. You're talking about the Patriots versus the Ravens matchup. That's going to be one to watch. That's Sunday Night Football, I believe. I'm looking forward to seeing that because we got to see up close the Ravens with that amazing, fast, blazing speed of Lamar Jackson running all over the place. And to see how the Patriots defend the Ravens will be very interesting to watch. Those
I got the Ravens winning that game, Norb.
I did too. I talked about that today in our little discussion at the college station. I said, upset alert. I think the Ravens are going to beat the Patriots. But, there are not many better coaches out there at scheming, a plan for a team and taking a player out who is the key to their success. And I'm sure he was watching a lot of tape of that Seahawks-Ravens game. We'll see what the Patriots try to do. But hopefully Lamar Jackson and company will give the Patriots their first loss of the year on Sunday night. I'd love to see that.
I think they will.
All right. Well, we'll see if we're right or not. But what else is on your mind, Aiden? Got any other questions?
Lamar Jackson versus Russell Wilson is a great quarterback and might stay in Seattle for a very long time until he retires.
Hopefully.
That's what I'm hoping.
I think
Russell Wilson is going to.
I think every Seahawks fan is hoping that Russell Wilson plays a long time to a ripe old age and stays in Seattle the entire time. I think that's kind of the plan right now. So I don't think I have to worry about him going anywhere anytime soon with that new contract he signed. So I'm glad to have him in town for sure. All right, Aiden. Well, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for being part of the conversation, and go Hawks.
Yeah, Aiden. Thanks for popping in, my dude.
All right. Let's keep it rolling here. You cool with that, David?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go to the 253. That's a local call around here. 253. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Eddie. I'm calling from Tacoma.
Eddie from Tacoma, down south in the 253. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Eddie?
Hey, no, listen. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, David?
I'm good, bro.
What you got for us? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm nervous about tomorrow's game.
Don't be.
Well, the problem with I know how Bruce Arians, he's had our number in Seattle.
True.
Because I know I was talking with Sam Dog the other night. Because I know I'm like him. I don't take anybody easy.
Yep. It's true. Bruce Arians has had a lot of success with the Cardinals. But you got to remember, this is different personnel groups. You can have the coach, but you still got to have the players, and you got to have the players to execute the game plan. And, I just
Hey, Norb, what is your caller's name again?
This is, what was your name again? 253? Eddie. That's right, Eddie.
Okay, Eddie, let me go and give you a piece of advice, sir. We face the Bucs twice a year.
All right.
The Bucs are not a good football team. Okay? If you have any kind of pressure at all, you're going to win this game. And I don't see how Tampa Bay goes to Seattle and wins. I'm just telling you, man. So relax. It'll be all right, man. Get a good night's sleep. Wake up in the morning, have a good breakfast. Get pumped up for NFL countdown, game day, whatever. Watch your team win and be happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we saw what they did to the Rams. They dropped 55 in their house.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. I mean, you're not going to lose every game. You're not going to win every game. I know the Buccaneers really well. Like I said, we play them a lot.
Oh yeah.
You guys, in my opinion, have the kind of linebackers and defense that can harass Jameis Winston. And I feel like you're at home. I don't see how Tampa Bay is going to win. I really don't.
All right, Eddie, you
I see
heard it.
Tyler Lockett in it. Oh yeah, I see Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf having another good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to see Russell Wilson target Lockett a little bit more. He's so money with that guy. I think just a few more targets, spread things around, get the running game going, and then defense. Just get the key to Seattle's success, and we don't do it enough because we're always slow starting. If Seattle can get off to an early lead and get the other team to get one-dimensional, force the Bucs to be a one-dimensional passing team, that's a recipe for disaster with Jameis Winston at quarterback. So I think not only does the defense have to do the thing, the offense can help them out by scoring early and often, and we get them 2 scores down, 3 scores down, it's going to be a tough, long road because Tampa Bay's not built to come back, via the
That is true.
game.
That is true, Norb.
That is, I think, the key. But
They just got to keep their foot on the pedal the whole game.
Yep.
Because if you watch, remember the last game, it's like they ran out of gas in the second half. Because all of a sudden, like, Atlanta was coming, they were just knocking on the door.
Well, David in Atlanta never had faith that his team was going to come back. And here's a conspiracy theory that maybe Pete Carroll took the foot off the gas because his buddy Dan Quinn, he didn't want him to get fired. And so he thought maybe if he let him, let him kind of come back enough to where he kind of looks like he's fighting and not giving up, and the team's not giving up, that maybe he would spare his job at least one more week and not get fired during the bye.
Boy, man, you're loving this.
What? Tell me how crazy.
I sense a little satisfaction in that little story.
I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility. But anyway.
But think about it. The way the season's gone, the way that the last couple of years have gone with Dan Quinn going down since the Super Bowl, and the way it's gone before the Seahawks game, do you really think one game, win or lose, was going to change his fate? It's inevitable. The players are not playing for Dan Quinn. The coaches don't have any clue what they're doing on their play calls. Dan Quinn looks totally lost, like he knows he's going to lose his job. So, 1-2 wins here and there is not going to matter. It's delaying the inevitable. So he might have done it, but I don't know what the purpose of that would, because it's just delayed the inevitable. I mean, he's not going to be our coach next year. So Seattle, you want Dan Quinn back? Maybe take him.
Yeah. Because I've been debating, like, which game is Dan Quinn going to get shown the door?
After next week, if we lose to the Saints, if we lose to the Poodats at 1-8, I got tell Norb, I don't see how Atlanta can keep him, or Thomas Dimitroff for that matter. It might be a double dose of exit. You might have two people leaving Flowery Branch on the same bus or taxi cab or Uber. Yeah.
All right.
I will say this: that you guys played good in that against us last week, because like. Especially Julio.
I appreciate it. Golf clap, sir, but we lost again. But I appreciate the sportsmanship. So I wanted to win.
Yep. All right, Eddie. Well, thanks for the call. And like David said,
thanks, Eddie.
Have a nice breakfast, relax, and we're going to win this game. Because David knows what he's talking about. David's the all-knowing guy when it comes to beating the Buccaneers. So
I'm like the Wizard of Oz. I mean, the Falcons have beaten Tampa Bay like 5 straight times. So, yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Well, thanks, Eddie, for the call. I'm going to take a call now for the 651. Brandon's been waiting patiently. Brandon Rogers, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on,
Norb? Are you sure it's been patiently?
Impatiently waiting. Brandon, you got the floor. What's up, man?
Appreciate it, Norb. So,
what's up, Brandon?
What's up, David? Norb,
right.
I've told you I've been a big fan of Ken Norton and what he's been doing recently with this defense, man. I don't know if this is your opinion with it, but I think he should be gone. But I think that's one of the issues why we lost to the Ravens, for sure. No defensive adjustments, but I think we should have won that game, to be honest with you. if there's would have been some defensive adjustments made.
Well, we should have beaten both those teams. We lost to both teams for defense was a big part of it, but the other part of it is we had 2 turnovers that resulted in touchdowns in both those games.
Yeah, the Marcus Peters. Well,
Marcus Peters pick six, and then the fumble for a touchdown, and then in the Saints game, punt return for a touchdown. That's on the special teams, and then Chris Carson fumble, scoop, and score. 2 touchdowns, 2 plays, 2 touchdowns in both those games. That's kind of hard to win when you get 2 plays that equal 2 touchdowns. And so the defense, I agree with you though. I don't know if I'm ready to fire him, but I need to see some changes in the way that our defense has been playing, because it feels like right now we can't stop anybody. It's like we've completely gone with the prevent, bend but don't break attitude, which is give up 5-8 yards every play and then clamp them down when they get inside the red zone. And sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't, And I just like to see a little tighter coverage. Yep.
Let me ask you a question. Since you were talking about defense, would you say the Seahawks defense has gone down since we were lucky enough to pluck them from you guys?
I know where you're going with this, but yes, I believe we had a better defense under Dan Quinn. I mean, that was during the glory years of the 2013 Super Bowl era through. When did he leave and go to you guys? 2017 season?
15. So let me ask you this. And I'm trying to compose myself. What is this Dan Quinn that we have now taken over our defense? What did you give us? Did you give us the leftovers of what Dan Quinn, the ghost of Dan Quinn? What? Because this Dan Quinn now is not anywhere close to how he was with you guys. Nowhere. I
have no explanation for that one. All I can say is that we've seen brilliant defensive coordinators fail badly as head coaches.
He sure hell has here.
He's one example, but there have been others like him who've tried to be the head coach and have not done well. What's the defensive coordinator? Wade Phillips, great defensive coordinator, horrible head coach. Right, he had a failed attempt. I think it was in Dallas, right, for a stint there. I'm sure there's others, but some guys are just meant to be coordinators or assistant coaches, but not head coaches. And maybe just
think about it. When Dan Quinn took us to the Super Bowl in 2016, he was strictly the head coach, and 2017, and we had Marquand Manuel. So I don't really understand what his thought process was, because I actually expected when he took over the defense after we had injury year last year, I expected this defense to be top notch. Why? Because it's Dan Quinn. It was his pedigree. It's what he made his career known as a defensive guru. And he turned this defense worse than what it was when we had, the injured players last year were bad, but this is worse than that year. Those players were better last year than this year, and we had a lot of injuries. It's mind-boggling, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't know. Here's a question for Seahawks fans out there. If the Falcons do fire Dan Quinn and he's out there, how many of you would want to bring him?
Sir. He will be fired.
When would you Seahawks fans want to have him back? Here's a scenario. Ken Norton, great linebacker coach. Defensive coordinator, not so sure. He went down to the Raiders, and I don't think he had a great stint down there. How about we put Ken Norton back as a linebacker coach, and we put Dan Quinn back at defensive coordinator? How about that? I want to hear what you guys think about that. You can blow it up in the chat or whatever, but that's just food for thought. That could happen.
And you want to know one thing, and I do got to say this: when that day finally comes, obviously I'm going to do a video on it. It's not going to be what people think. It is going to be a sad day, because I had a lot of expectations with Dan Quinn, and I really like the guy. I like the fire, and I still like the fire that he has brought to this organization. He put the Falcons in a situation to win their first Super Bowl. And so it's not one of those where I'm going to be excited, because the Falcons, it seemed like have made changes. And I'm sorry to take it from Seattle sports for a minute, Norb, but when Arthur Blank got here in 2002, we had Dan Reeves for a couple of years, got Jim Mora. Had Jim Mora for a couple of years, got Bobby Quattrino before he bailed on us. It's a disgrace. And then we had Mike Smith, who had some productive years, including beating Seattle twice, once in the playoffs. So y'all know him well. And then after 4 or 5 years of him not being able to get it done, we got Dan Quinn. And so, I mean, I'm tired of this carousel of coaches that comes 4 or 5 years. You got to be stable to win. That's what the Patriots do. Seahawks won a Super Bowl. Pete Carroll's been there for a while. You win with stability. And this is not going to be a day that's going to be exciting for me or happy for me, because I expected Dan Quinn to bring a Super Bowl title to this organization, and I expected him to turn his defense around. But it's one of those where I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to be relieved that now we can move on, but I'm going to feel bad too at the same time. Does that make sense?
And he got a Super Bowl to your doorstep. You guys were one play away from winning the Super Bowl.
No, you are not going to bring that up again. Oh my God!
I'm just saying you can't. You got to credit him for what he did do, and it wasn't like he came in here and failed from the get-go.
Yes.
He brought
hell in 2015 we started off 5-0. He came in and instantly made this team better from the previous year, but for some reason it just didn't work out. But I mean, it's not going to be one of those days where I'm going to be excited or happy. I'm going to be generally sad, but it's inevitable. We got to make a change again. I'm sorry, but we have to.
Yeah, it's like us with the Mariners, man. Watching the Nationals win the World Series, there was only two teams.
Don't get me started.
Oh, I know, but I gotta say it. Speaking of failures, there were only two teams in the MLB who had not reached the World Series. That was the Nationals, formerly they were Expos, right? And the Seattle Mariners. Well, we all saw what the Nationals did. And now we get to be the only MLB team that's never been to the World Series, and I don't know when in my lifetime I'm going to see it happen. I'm sure it's going to happen eventually.
You want to know something, Norb? At least I have that. My Braves have won a World Series, and we've been to 5 World Series.
See? So don't feel so bad for yourself, man. You got a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah. I guess from a sports perspective, I mean, from my real life, I do, but sports perspective, hey, Georgia won, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, see? So there you go. And then we got Rohan all depressed at 8-0. Give me a break. Okay.
I mean, anyway. I know, right? 8-0, and you're going to be up. Look, I understand. Sometimes there's teams that have good records, and it's mirrored. It's hidden by smoke and mirrors. You whatever, and then in the playoffs, it comes to fruition to where you actually lose, right? So I get that, but you're 8-0. I mean, your Niners are 8-0. You're looking really good. You stole our offensive coordinator. You stole 2 of our players. I don't like Kyle Shanahan, and you're winning for the first time since 2014. So spare me if you want to come on here and say you're upset about being 8-0. All right.
Rohan says Atlanta sports and grateful don't really go together.
Rohan.
Oh, so Brandon, we've been talking most. I don't think I've even really gotten a question out of you. Brandon, did you have a question in there that you wanted to? We kept you on the line for 10 minutes and you didn't say anything.
I want to touch on a few things with you. So I've been
make it quick because we're gonna have all night.
Recently.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. So I just got 2 quick things to bring up for you, and then you can get some of our callers. But
go for it.
I've been hearing a lot of these opinions saying that the Rams are out of it still, just because of their offensive line problems and all that, and the defense-ish. But I'm not counting the Rams out of this division, dude. The NFC is still stacked. I think, and there's another thing I want to touch on too. I heard you talking about with the guys on the radio station today, the possibility of us getting a first-round bye. I don't think it's likely. I think we're more of a 3 or 4 seed. I think we can still get the division because the Niners have a tough schedule up ahead, but I do think there is still that possibility of winning the division. But I'm not counting the Rams out of it one bit. I think they do have an easier schedule coming down the road. I think that we can still contend with the division, and I don't think we can get a bye just because of how well the Saints and the Niners are playing. But if they start to fall off a bit, I think it becomes more likely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Brandon, let me ask you this. I don't know how this works, but do the Seahawks have to win the division to get a home playoff game? Or
we need the division to get a home playoff game, because if we don't win the division, we're a wild card, and then we have to go on the road for the playoffs.
So you have to win the division to get a home playoff game in a first round bye.
Well, you got to if you want a first round bye, you got to be number 1 or number 2. So you got to be better than you got to win your division and
number 2. But I don't see how they're catching the Niners. I don't.
Well, if we don't catch the Niners, we're not winning the division. If we don't catch the Niners, we're not winning the division or getting number 1 or 2. So we have to catch the Niners, period.
Norb, here's what I have to say.
Good luck.
The Niners have us. The Niners have us ahead. They have the Packers, the Ravens, and the Saints. I think those are all losable games right there for them.
Hey, Brandon, they got the Falcons too, sir. We're going to be upset. They got Kyle Shanahan, sir.
Oh, gosh.
So, if you mentioned Brandon, you mentioned the video I did. I did a collaboration, appeared on a radio show here at the local college, and we talked about different playoff scenarios, which I don't normally go that far down the road, especially halfway through the season. But they wanted to kind of fill out some theoretical brackets, and so I did the exercise, and I actually did have the Rams in the wild card. Actually, I have it to where the Seahawks win the division, the 49ers are the first wild card, and the Rams are the second wild card. 3 playoff teams out of the NFC West.
You know what's funny, Norb? I disagree with you on one of those. I think the Vikings win that North division. I really do. I think when you look at that division,
the Vikings are going to leapfrog the Packers?
What?
Yes. And
Brandon,
let me
come
tell you
on.
why. No, hang on. Let me tell you why. You look at the way Dalvin Cook has been playing, and Kirk Cousins was just named the NFC Player of the Month, Offensive Player of the Month. I think when you look at that, they have Dalvin Cook, they have Thielen and Diggs, have all been playing well recently. Irv Smith and Kyle Rudolph. Irv Smith has been playing good recently. And they still have the defense from their NFC title season. So I think when you look at that, and you look at the Packers' defense, the Vikings' defense versus the Packers' defense, Vikings are a better defense statistically. And I think they have the better offense. Not quarterback, I'm saying. But I think they have better weapons around their quarterback, the Vikings do. They have 2 of the best wide receivers in the league, and their running back is good. So I do think the Vikings will win that division.
I have to disagree with you there. I mean, I think if they win that division, that means they're going to have to win that primetime game against the Seahawks. I don't see that happening because Kirk Cousins has got one of the worst records when playing in primetime. And Kirk Cousins is great when he plays against weaker teams, but when he plays against a team with a winning record, Kirk Cousins is not the same as the one that he's been. I'll give Vikings, fans and the team credit. They've been playing very well the last 3 weeks, and 4 weeks, I guess. I've been impressed by them, but I don't see them leapfrogging the Packers. They got a 3-game lead on them right now, and I just don't see them catching them. But
I mean,
I agree.
I respect it, but I think the Bears are out of it for sure. I don't trust them at all. I just think it comes down to Packers and Vikings, but I appreciate you taking my calls always. I'm going to let you get some other callers, but
all right.
Appreciate you getting me on.
Good to hear from you, Brandon.
Right,
Thanks a lot, man. Go Hawks. It's good stuff, man. We're talking about everything. We're talking about Vikings. We're talking about Falcons. We're talking about 49ers.
Yep.
So much good stuff here.
Let's go. Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Let's go to another call from the Washington State from the 425, my area code. What's up? You're on with NorbCam. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Colton. I'm calling from Walla Walla.
Calling from where?
Who?
Walla Walla.
Oh, Walla Walla. And what was your name again, sir?
Yeah, so I'm a Ravens fan. I actually texted you, NorbCam. I got the Engraven thing set up with you on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you, man, for doing that. We had a great collaboration, and Justin's great.
Wait, who is this?
Yeah,
Norb? Who is this?
Well, say your name again. I know you're a Ravens fan from Walla Walla. What was your name again?
Colton Carlson.
Colton. Okay, gotcha.
Colton
I remember.
Carlson from Walla 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 Walla. Welcome, sir.
Just 2, but you get the gist. Anyway, what's on your mind, man?
So, I'm curious what the Ravens are going to do against other teams in the West, like the 49ers and the Rams.
Well, I hope you guys tear them apart, and the Patriots for that matter.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
We're going to need a lot of help. We need a lot of help from you and your buddies in the NFC North to do what you did to us. We need you to do that to them. Okay, can you make sure that happens?
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you guys confident? Are you confident that the Ravens are going to beat the Patriots Sunday night?
I'm a little worried about it because I'm not quite sure. I haven't watched too much of the Patriots. I know they're good and they have a good defense. And Tom Brady, I think, is an overrated quarterback. I think he's had a lot of help in his career with offensive lines. And
I have to say this one thing. Walla Walla, I don't know you, but that right there, sir, is one thing that I have said for many, many years. Tom Brady, to me, is overrated because I think he is a product of that system. I think because all the quarterbacks that have been in that system have fared well, and not many of them have been able to fare well once they leave. So I agree with you on that, sir.
I think this year he's not overrated because he's not really playing very well, and everybody knows it. Everyone in New England knows that the offense of New England is not what it's been in the past few years.
Oh, Norb, cry me a river. They're still 8-0.
Oh, I'm not saying that they're not good. Their defense is carrying that team. The defense is carrying the Patriots this year, and it's often been the other way around.
With Dan Quinn.
Go on now.
That was like the Ravens last year. Like the only reason why we even make playoffs was because of our defense.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Bellevue.
Norb, you're up back, sir. Okay.
I just moved.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. David's going to the bathroom or something. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm originally from the Bellevue area, and I have a lot of Seahawks fans. I was on call with them during this game, and seeing their reaction was priceless. Oh Lord. Just the whole game in general. The DK Metcalf fumble it went over the top. It was fun.
Well, and by that time the game was, I wouldn't say it's over, but we had dug ourselves a pretty big hole by that point. The pick six really did us in, and not stopping you guys when you guys went down the field and you went like 90 yards down the field to score that final touchdown. That was the backbreaker for me. We couldn't get off the field. We couldn't stop Lamar Jackson from running for first downs multiple times. So I mean that was kind of the thing that did us in. But no, I have your team. I give a lot of credit to where your team's at and where it's going, and I'm counting on them to be good. I'll be really mad at your team if they don't get some wins over my NFC West counterparts in the next few weeks. So. But yeah, no, I expect they're one of the few teams now that I've kind of lost my faith in Kansas City to be one of the teams that contend against the Patriots. To me, the Ravens are probably the last team that's got, a shot at that. So, I'm thinking that's, that may be the AFC's last hope of knocking off the Patriots.
Yeah, I'd also like to mention, I believe it was 2013 when the Seahawks were the Buccaneers. I was actually at that game, and we were down by 21.
Yep.
I think it's going to be very similar, actually, tomorrow.
Wait.
And we came back.
Wait, very similar.
Yeah, I know.
Are you saying we're going to be down by 21 again and have to come back to win the game in overtime?
Yeah, but if you look at the 2013 Buccaneers, they were coming into that game like 0-6, I think.
They were. They hadn't won a game, and we had only lost one game, and they hadn't won a game. It was terrible.
So you can't necessarily count that out. Obviously, Jameis Winston, I'd say, is better than Mike Glennon, but.
Mike Glennon. Wasn't Mike Glennon the quarterback at that time?
Yeah. I remember even watching your reaction to the game after. That was a pretty cool one. Back when you used to show
it's cool that you brought it's cool that you brought that up. I mentioned that in my radio appearance this morning, but the Tampa Bay home game is huge. It will always be a big special meaning for me because that's really the game that started this whole NorbCam thing for me because I shot that reaction because I knew we were going to be coming back to win that game with a field goal, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I recorded it for myself for posterity thinking, hey, this is history in the making. I should record this. And then I posted it on YouTube, and that's kind of where it all began. So who knows? We're coming back full circle with the Buccaneers here. And we went to the Super Bowl that year.
One thing, Norb,
maybe something happens this year too.
Hey, Norb, as far as all your live streams and how you started, I've watched a lot of them. I can't always check, comment when you're doing your games, but one of the best moments that I saw from you was when you won the Super Bowl and you were there with your dad. I was there when you did that, and even though I'm a Falcons fan, I felt so excited for you. That was so much fun to see the faces of you and your pops, man.
Oh yeah, no, that's a memory we'll have forever. Yeah. No, it's my dad. We still go to the games, and it's still a lot of fun. But that day,
I saw
that
the
game
last
will
one.
always...
But see, here's a question. I wonder what that feels like. I have no idea.
Hey, you almost knew what it felt like about halfway through that game.
Jesus Christ, whatever.
You and I had a conversation at halftime, if I recall. But
yeah,
you weren't completely
at halftime and afterwards.
And you weren't completely like, hey man, this game is going great, but it's only halftime. I remember it was
See, many people were talking to me. I mean, Norb, I hadn't had my phone blow up that much. I've probably had like 20 or 30 texts at halftime where people, like I told this story before, Saints fans, Panther fans, even Patriot fans, Seahawks fans, Packer fans, everybody that I've ever battled in my life would send me texts and like, David, congratulations. Looks like you guys are going to win finally your first Super Bowl. And I text everyone back that I can remember, and I said, it feels great, but it's not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what we do. So it's a shame. I mean, I'd like to think one day I'll be able to experience as a loyal, passionate fan of this team to finally see my team win a Super Bowl. I can only imagine what that feeling is like. But whatever. I digress. I don't know. But if anybody wants to know, because I know people were asking in the chat, I did honor the bet with NorbCam. It is about, at the beginning, probably around, the first, 5-minute mark maybe or something like that?
Maybe 5 minutes in, yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you go back and check it. It was awesome. I just wanted to clarify because I keep seeing that in there. I honored the bet.
Yes. Yeah, we took care of that right away. You're gonna if you missed
God.
it earlier, you'll have to rewatch it after this video gets completed from the live, and you can go back and watch that.
Yeah.
It's quite, oh man, I don't know what descriptive.
Actually,
embarrassing is too kind.
Gee, thank you.
At one point, I thought a tortured animal, might be kind of the equivalent of some of the sounds you made. But hey, man, it's I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I hope everybody did. So,
all right, Carlton. Any other last thoughts before we move on to another call?
Yeah, I just want to say,
you guys can ask me something too if you like. I have some answers for you.
Yeah, what you got?
Being in Washington and near the Bellevue area all my life, I kind of like growing up watching Russell Wilson, I guess you could say. And I saw all the great comebacks he did. And then after the DK Metcalf fumbled the touchdown, I kind of looked through the screen and I said, this game is over. But at the same time, I can't count them out yet. And then he came back with the huge pass to Brown. And I was just, I thought we were going to lose. I thought Russell Wilson was going to stage some big comeback. And then, I don't know, I couldn't talk smack.
Yeah.
It was
so this brings up a point I got to make, okay? Because I've been a big fan of kickoffs my whole life. One of my favorite plays are kickoffs, and even more than that are onside kicks. And as you guys know, they've changed the kickoff rules to the point where it's almost impossible to get an onside kick these days.
I hate the new rules.
You can't stack players on one side. You can't get a running start. So it's almost impossible to get up to speed with the ball going 10 yards. So I understand player safety, blah blah blah. So I've got a proposal for the rules committee. This is what they should do, because I think they need to bring that back to where it's a little bit more higher percentage, because it used to be like, I think maybe 18%, something between 10 and 20% of onside kicks recovered. Now it's less than 10%. But this is what they should do. They should make it to where instead of the ball going 10 yards, it only has to go 5 yards. That way, you don't change the player safety rules, but now there's a better chance that a little better than 10%, better than 10% chance that you can get that ball. And, because it sucks now, because if you're in a situation where your team needs an onside kick, it's almost like, it ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's almost impossible. Anyway, that's
what I think they should do. I think they should change to like a whole different thing, like maybe like a deep pass or something. I don't know, because having it, especially someone who's been like in a kickoff before in a football field, kickoffs are like they're really dangerous, and I think having it 5 yards would cause both of them to run at each other, which would cause more injuries, I think. But also kickoffs in general, I like having them in there because they can have big plays, but at the same time they can be like super dangerous, and you never know really what's going to happen.
But should there be anything such as a kickoff anymore? Because unless a kicker kind of pulls a hammy or something, the kickoffs go out of bounds. I mean, when was the last time you seen consistent kickoff returns?
Well, there was a kick return.
Not consistently
the beginning of the Ravens game.
So you got one.
At the beginning of the Cleveland Browns game, they returned one to the 20-yard line.
And I remember in the 80s and the 90s, you would have a lot of kickoff returns for touchdowns, a lot of kickoffs to the 50-yard line because the ball would go to about the 15 or 20. Now it just goes into the fifth row behind the field goal post.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
See, this is what's funny. So for a long stretch there, for a while, there was like just constant touchbacks. And then I was saying, yeah, we know what to do is kick it to the 1, force them to return it, because it's actually hard to return a ball to the 25. Well, we did that against the Cleveland Browns on the opening play. What did they do? They returned the kick to like our 20-yard line. I was like, oh.
It's even
be careful what you wish for, I guess.
It's even more harder to return a kickoff when it's 20 rows back behind the goal line.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
No,
so
crazy.
I remember that because I was on call with my friends and we were both watching each game, and then the kickoff happened in the Bengals-Ravens game, and they took it back for a touchdown. I was like sitting there like mad. I was like, oh no.
The Bengals returned it.
Yeah.
The Bengals returned for a touchdown.
Yeah,
okay.
the Bengals returned on the Ravens. Yeah. And then I was sitting there with my Seahawks friends, and then they were like laughing at me because talking about how the Ravens are trash, and then the Browns basically returned it, what was it, inside the 20. And I just kind of like started laughing back at them. So that's like points right off the bat.
Yeah, it does happen. But onside kicks, I'm telling you, onside kicks are extremely hard. I'd like to know what the percentage is, because I don't know if I've seen one all season. But
Norb, let me ask you Seahawks fans this question, because people have been casually mentioning this to me throughout the years and even in this live. I know the Seahawks suffered one letdown. Serious letdown against the Patriots in that one Super Bowl. Have y'all had any other letdowns in comparison or worse? The reason why I bring that up is because 2012, when we lost in the NFC Championship game at home to the Niners, when we led in double digits, we had Tony Gonzalez, Roddy White, Michael Turner, Matt Ryan. That was at home. If you saw my video, that very 5-10 minutes afterwards, I felt horrible. So I didn't think it could get any worse than that game, but it actually did in the Super Bowl. So my question is, do you guys have any, before the Patriots Super Bowl, was there any game that you didn't think could get any worse, and then it actually did with the Patriots?
Well,
the Panthers-Seahawks game. I don't know if it was that after.
Well, no, that was... if you're talking about 2015,
that was the year after.
That was where we got. We were 31-0. The Panthers had to lead us at the half, and we got to 31-24. It's just too little, too late. I would actually probably say the game against you guys the week before, because we were in Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
and we had scored. We came back from about 20-point deficit, I want to say, and we took the lead with beast mode running a touchdown with you had about $130 left in the game, I want to say. And I thought we won that game.
Matt Bryan made that 40-something yard field goal to win it.
Yeah, and then you guys came back.
30 to 28, right?
You went 65 yards down the field in the span of 45 seconds. I mean, it was terrible. Yeah. And then when you kicked the field goal, we iced him, called the timeout, and he missed the kick. If we didn't call timeout, we would have won that game. But instead, we call timeout, he misses it, he gets a second shot and puts it through the uprights. And then we could have had a chance at a 60-something yard field goal attempt, but our kicker, Hauschka, came out of the game because he injured his leg on that crap turf in Washington, D.C. in the previous game before that. So we had a backup kicker, old guy from, I forgot who it was now, but we pulled him in last second we needed somebody who could kick the ball.
John Wright.
No. It was an old kicker from the scrap heap.
Yeah, I think that was the game in which you guys had one final play and Julio intercepted.
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary that had no chance. Yeah, it was like a 60-yard Hail Mary. But if we had Hauschka, we could have actually gone for a 65-yard field goal attempt or something, and maybe had a chance of kicking that indoors. It would have been a shot, but we had no chance.
It's possible.
Anyway, that game is probably up there one of the biggest because we came back and took the lead, and we felt like we'd had it, and it only lasted for about 90 seconds, and then you guys came back.
Well, I'm glad, with everything that has happened, I'm glad I was able to rip your heart out of your chest once, sir.
I guess, couldn't you count the Seahawks-Cowboys game last year? Didn't you guys miss the game winner in that one, too?
Yeah,
I think we're talking playoffs. I'm talking playoffs, really, I think.
No, the Cowboys was a wild card game last year.
That was the wild card game? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that one sucked, too, but that one felt like, I don't know.
It wasn't deserved. The Seahawks did not deserve to win that game.
We kept running the ball too much and didn't switch gears when we obviously weren't getting anywhere with it. And by the time they let Russell throw it around, it was too late. So yeah, that was frustrating. I mean, anytime you make the playoffs and you don't make the Super Bowl, it's going to be a disappointing end. There's no happy
Of
end
course.
where you go, oh, we lost the divisional game, but it was a good game. I'm happy with how it turned out. It's like, no, you either make it or you don't. And whether you're 1-7, 8-0, and then finish short of the Super Bowl, ask the Patriots from 2007. Perfect season, and they fell one play short because of a helmet catch by the Giants. Ask them if they like that way that season turned out.
I could go as far back as 2010. We had a number 1 seed, and we were at home against the Green Bay Packers in 2010, and we got mollywopped. It's like, I mean, most number 1 teams, when they get a number 1 seed, I would guess the percentages are most of them at least make the NFC Championship game or AFC title game. Yeah. I'm guessing it's the number 1 seed. So.
Oh, and how can I miss? Rated brought this up. Super Bowl 40. How can I not bring up the other Super Bowl? That was a weird one too. I guess the Pittsburgh Steelers, where that was just everything about that Super Bowl was just rotten. The refereeing so bad. Defense gave up just terrible plays, but the refs really hosed us. And there was a point at which, had they not called a holding penalty, we would have had the ball 1st and goal at the 3. We would have taken the lead, and I think we would have won that game. But instead, it was called back. We threw an interception 1 or 2 plays later, and that pretty much, then it became that pass to, I forgot his name, Antoine Randall L. threw a trick pass to what's his face his face is too big for his helmet. What's his name? Anyway, I forgot his name. Anyway, that was terrible. That's just a bad game. That's a horrible memory. Anytime I see any kind of video clip about Super Bowl 40, I can't watch any of it. There's nothing good about that game at all.
Yeah, there's nothing like going to Foxborough and almost getting to the Super Bowl, then kicking the kick to go to it, and then you miss. That was
Oh, you guys. Yeah. Ravens and Patriots have had some doozies, man.
Yeah.
So,
and then also,
Patriots and Giants
like a few years later, going to the Foxborough and having Julian Edelman just toss up a pass on you. It might have been Amendola. One of them just tossed up a pass on us.
All I can say is the last time we were in Foxborough, we beat the Patriots when they were on our 1-yard line. That was awesome. 1st and goal at the 1, and we stopped them. That was awesome.
Well, let me say this before the call goes, or we get another call. Before this chat goes, this one guy in the chat, Go Pack Go, says, David, the best game that I ever watched. Now, I don't know if this person is talking about playoff or regular season. If I could say overall, the best game I probably watched was probably ironically, probably it is 1998. When we were known as the Dirty Birds, and the Falcons beat the Vikings in the Metrodome in '98 to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody was like, they had Randy Moss back then and Randall Cunningham. They were 15-1, and they were selling us short, and we were 14-2 that year. And we went up to Minnesota. We were like a 7-8 point underdog, and we shocked them. We beat them. I think it was 30-27 on a Morton Anderson field goal. So. That's probably the biggest game that I've ever watched. Even the Packer game and the NFC Championship game was a big one, and the Saints in the playoffs in '91. But I would probably say with all the years of losing and the build up to that game right there, that was probably the best one I've ever watched, because it lit the city up. The city was at a standstill. You could hear a pin drop when the kick was going up, and no matter where you were, all of a sudden you hear everybody erupting from every part of the mall. So everybody. So yeah, I would probably say that one. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if someone were to ask me that, I think I would say definitely the Broncos-Ravens game a few years. I think 2012, when we just chucked up a Hail Mary and we went into overtime and won. That was a special game.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was good. That was good. Yeah, you guys have had some good ones.
Yeah.
That all the more raises the excitement for what's to come Sunday night. Hope you guys can pull up the upset. That would be freaking awesome. All right, well, I'm going to get some other calls. We got some people who've been waiting for almost an hour on the line here. So, Colton, thanks for all your insight. Good luck on Sunday. Yeah. Beat them Patriots, all right?
Yeah. People have been waiting for an hour to talk to you? Wow.
Yeah.
You got it going good, sir, and thanks for everybody waiting. Much respect.
All right, Colton, take care. All right, Tuna Cat waiting for 56 minutes and 35 seconds. Finally gets your moment. Tuna Cat, what's up?
Yo, 56 is my lucky number, bro. What's up, 12? Glad to be talking to y'all tonight.
Am I calling you the right name? Is it Tuna Cat? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, that's my name. You'll have to ask
Are you
my mother
saying
why
like?
she
Are
named
you
me that,
saying
but,
like
you know.
tuna cat, like tuna fish, sir?
No. Tunacat. Tuna Cat. That's me.
No, I know that, but you said tuna, so I'm like, is that like in the mix with tuna fish?
I have it written down as in tuna, like Star-Kissed tuna.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
then
right.
Cat as in Kit Kat with a K. Am I like way off?
I know,
or
right? So what you got for us, Mr.
No,
Tuna Cat?
Wait, spell it one more time, because you've been waiting for an hour. Might as well get your name completely right. How do you spell your name? I want to get it right on my little notes here. Kuna or tuna?
Tuna. Tunacat.
It is tuna. Okay, I was right. Okay, Tuna Cat. All right. What's on your mind, man? You've been waiting for 57 minutes to this point. What have you been wanting to say?
Well, I've been enjoying the conversation. I've been hearing the back and forth between everybody, and I hear a lot of this revisionary stuff. I want to take us on a little history trip of where we were in 2012, when Russell Wilson was just starting to go off, when we got to that NFC Championship game with the Falcons or whatever, and it just seems very familiar, how we are going about this right now, and it's just like, I didn't come into this season with a lot of expectations, but, I'm really happy that we're, 6-2 right now, and that we're all collectively hating the 49ers. Yeah, I think when we all collectively hate the 49ers, the Seahawks are our best selves, Forget the Rams. The Rams kind of stepped in for a little moment and kind of took the shine away from us. But I think the Seahawks are better when we hate the 49ers. And the 49ers have been doing so well, but they haven't really played anybody, So I'm just hoping that, whatever happens this year, I have an open mind to it, But I think next year, I think we'll be very good next year. I'm just
Tuna,
really ecstatic
Tuna,
about
I have
that.
to interrupt you for a second. I have a problem when I hear people say they haven't played anybody on their schedule.
I hear that.
You play who's on your schedule. I'm pretty sure there have been years, you might be a Seahawk fan, right? There have been years, I'm sure, where Seattle has had, because I know the NFC West hasn't always been great. You play these teams 6 times a year. You play who's on your schedule, sir. So 8-0 is 8-0. 6-2 is 6-0. People may say Seattle hasn't played a tough schedule. You did play us, right? You play who's on your schedule. So I don't buy that term where people say that you haven't played anybody. You don't pick the teams. You don't pick how they're going to play out. You go week by week. You prepare and you play who's on your schedule.
Well, and
no, absolutely. We certainly do. We certainly do prepare for every team. That's what Pete Carroll does. I want to know each week, I'm just looking at the Patriots over on the other side. They have this cupcake schedule, and they're also 8-0 too, I'm not downplaying.
The Patriots definitely do, because the Patriots play in their division. You can look, but the fact remains they still beat who's on their schedule, and when they get to the playoffs, they beat really good teams.
Right.
So you can't dispute that. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, and the 49ers did dispatch of the Carolina Panthers, and I would have to disagree that they're a nobody team. They were playing very well. They had an MVP candidate running back there with Christian McCaffrey. They have been on a 3-0 tear.
Okay, sir, I got to stop you right there, sir. Again, this is the NFC South.
Oh, that's right. This is one of your buddies.
I've seen the Panthers for years. The Panthers are not really that good. They're not.
They won 3 in a row. Was that just a fluke, or were they not playing anybody?
No, they're not that good. They're not that good. They have a pretty good defense, but that's pretty much it. Cam Newton's not playing. They got a backup quarterback. No, they're not that
Christian
good.
McCaffrey?
Nah, they're not that good. So.
In any case,
I hear a very bitter NFC South guy talking.
Area where we were like in 2012 and 2013, where the Seahawks were in actually the best NFC West division, where the 49ers were playing well. The Rams always got us, and the Cardinals were actually doing very well. I'm saying we're in that same situation right now, where we're the best we're the best division by far in the whole NFL. So whoever comes out of this division is going to be battle tested. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where, because of Pete Carroll, all the other teams had to go and get these great coaches. But when you look at the Patriots, no one goes and gets good coaches to go against the Patriots. They just get nobody except for the Bills. I will stick up for the Bills because I really like them this year. But the NFC West is loaded this year, man, and I think that's a good gauntlet for us to go to. No matter what happens this year, I'm fine with it. But I think I'm really looking towards next year with a smile on my face because of how this team is progressing.
Well, I agree with you. I do believe we have one of the best divisions, if not the best division in the NFL in terms of teams competing. Like I said, I've got it to where if my bracket actually happened, we would have 3 teams in the playoffs from the NFC West. I don't know the last time one division had 3 teams out of it, but it could happen. All right,
hey,
it could
Norb,
really
is
happen.
this guy Tuna, is he a Seahawks fan?
Tuna Cat, you're a Seahawks fan, are you not? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
what?
now you're a Seahawks fan, but I have to ask, if I heard you correctly, you said you're looking toward next year. You're 6-2. You have a chance to maybe do something this year. I'm looking towards next year.
Absolutely.
And Juanita Perez says I'm salty tonight. Yes, I'm extremely salty. Pour the molten salt all over me.
He had to sing Justin Bieber for crying out loud. Of course he's going to be salty.
Yeah, Justin Bieber, baby, baby, ooh, ooh. Yeah.
But
I don't listen to a lot of Justin Bieber stuff. I'm just saying, I'm really.
Me neither.
I actually didn't really think to be 6-2 this year, but I am very happy about that. I think we're ahead of schedule, and I think all we need is four more wins, and we can get to the wild card at least. And that's where I'm looking at, and I actually am concerned about this Tampa Bay team because the Tampa Bay team is, to me, a Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know which Jameis Winston is going to show up. Is it going to be the bad Jameis Winston or the good Jameis Winston,
Right.
And they have 2 very capable wide receivers in Godwin and Evans, who I have in my fantasy team, and I hope he goes off. But, not too much to where the Seahawks lose.
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree that I'm nervous about tomorrow because, even in my discussion today with those guys from the radio station, they all had this feeling we're going to start off being down 2 touchdowns. We're going to have to crawl our way back. And I heard another caller mentioning the same thing. And I do not want that to happen. Okay, I'm sick and tired of
beat
starting
the Buccaneers easy. You've heard it here. Easy.
All right. Well, from a guy who sang Justin Bieber so well, I got to believe him.
I love you for saying that.
I got to say a quick shout out again to one of the big supporters, Unix Format, $5 super chat donation. He says Seahawks versus Bucks is going to be another fun thirst quencher in the clink. Let's go Hawks. Seahawks, Seahawks, Seahawks. That's right, baby.
Go 12.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But, yes, to me, every game's a must-win. As long as we are trailing the 49ers, every game is a must-win. And even if we get ahead of the 49ers, every game is still a must-win because they're going to be right on our tails if that even happens. So we got to get this one tomorrow for sure.
That's the thing. That's the thing I love about the Seahawks. We just cling on to you like a bad smell. We're there with you the whole time.
You just said bad smell.
Yeah, we're there like a stink. We're going to be right there with you in the fourth quarter, and it's going to come down to Russell Wilson, who's having an MVP season this year.
Yep.
And now we just got Josh Gordon, I can't really put a lot of faith in him due to his past history, but I really hope that he gets past that and actually becomes the 2013 Josh Gordon, or at least a version of that, So, again, I'm really excited about this team this year. But I also have to look at next year because of how good we're playing right now. Because it seems very familiar to that 2012 season where we didn't make it, but then the next year we made it when we made our adjustments.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think the one thing that gives me hope looking forward is that I know our team still hasn't really played a solid front-to-back game yet. We played half of a great game against your Falcons, and then we kind of stepped off the gas pedal and let them kind of inch their way back in a way that felt like, what are they doing, And so many of these games have been, slow starters, come from behinds, shoot ourselves in the foot types of games. I'd like to see a a really dominant game where we just are in control from the beginning. And I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much, but I just haven't
Norb,
seen
I
it.
got to say this. There's a person that's in your chat that made a funny comment. They're called the Toast. They're like daylight savings tonight. The Bucks get an extra hour of sleep. That was quite funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't
that
know
is
why
true.
that was funny.
Yeah, just the Bucks. The Bucks.
Well, I mean, obviously, Dave, you're a Falcons fan, though, right? I really do feel
yes,
feel
sir.
bad for you this year. I really do feel bad for you guys this year.
I appreciate it. See, there's one thing that I've said, and I said it in the chat earlier. I respect Seahawks fans. The Seahawks fans, the 12s, since I started interacting with NorbCam and through the Super Bowl and the playoffs and even the game that Seattle won 34-31 a couple years ago, have shown me a lot of class, man. So, I mean, I respect the 12s and I respect the Seahawks fan base and NorbCam and everything. So I thoroughly enjoy coming in here. So I appreciate that, man. It's well needed considering our season has been such a crap.
I think.
Thank you.
I think what you were saying earlier that you guys were going to get rid of Dan Quinn, and we're happy to take him back.
Do you want him?
Yeah, we'll take him. We'll take him back as a defensive coordinator because I just don't trust.
Take him back. Take him back,
Ken
sir.
Norton
Just give us some.
We'll take him.
I don't care. Just give me some footballs. We'll give you our hands.
So if you fire him, we don't have to give you anything, man. He's just going to be walking on the street where you say, "Hey, come back to Seattle. We got a spot for you here." All right.
I will say this though: on my bucket list, it is to make a trip up to Seattle one day, and I hope the Falcons are playing up there when I do go. So.
Yep. That would be fun.
Well, guys, I gotta go. Yep. My toilet's overflowing. I gotta go right now.
Jesus,
right, I'll see you guys
toilet's overflowing, sir. What did you? Were you sitting at the chair or the toilet?
He's
while
gone.
You were talking to us.
He's gone.
Oh my God! Did he just say his toilet overflowed?
Oh man, he was off that phone quick. But he's pretty calm for a guy whose toilet's overflowing. If it was me, I'd be like,
goodness.
"Hey, anyway, so yeah, sorry about your sin. Oh my God, I gotta go."
Yeah, that right there is why you don't throw paper towels in the commode.
But sometimes, your load is just too big for the commode, and it just does not go down.
That was so random, man. He's like, the toilet overflowed. I got to go.
That is the first time I've ever heard any kind of exit from the show like that. That was.
Oh my God. Well, sir, Tuna. I hope you don't have too many nuggets on your floor, sir.
Was he like sitting on the toilet talking to us?
That's what I'm thinking to myself.
But if he was sitting on the toilet, that means he was. Well,
yes,
maybe flushed
exactly.
it, stood up, and then it started to overflow.
That means he was pinching low, sir.
He wasn't. I hope he wasn't.
Literally, he was dropping like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
I hope he wasn't sitting on the toilet when it overflowed. Oh my God, that would be. Oh
my God, that was funny. All right, whatever.
people in the channel like, what the hell are we watching?
I gotta go.
now?
No, the toilet's overflowed. Bye. Click. Boom. The phone is still hanging.
I should have had him leave the line open so I can hear what was going on. A lot of plunging sounds.
Oh my gosh.
It's not stopping. All right, we got one more call. Been waiting for almost an hour as well from the 406. What's up, man? Who's this and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello.
Yep, you're on with NorbCam and David. What's up? Who's this?
Hello, Mr. Hour Plus person. Where are you? Hello.
Are you there? I hear
Please
laughter.
tell me Tuna did not flush you down the toilet, too.
I heard some laughing.
When he got off the phone.
Anybody there in the 406? Did you just... Okay. We're eavesdropping. We're eavesdropping on something. I think he's listening to the delay and doesn't realize we have you on the phone. Hello, 406.
Hello.
Are you there? Hello? Hello? Going once, going twice.
Three times a lady.
He's too busy laughing at something over there on the screen. So, all right. Okay, I guess I'm going to mute you until I come back again. All right, man. Well, man, we've covered quite a bit of ground here. Is there anything that we've forgotten to cover? Any questions you guys have in the chat that we haven't answered? Your load is too big for commode. Hey, that was a quote off the cuff, man.
I know,
That's pretty badass.
Juanita, why don't you call in? Why don't you?
Yeah,
call
Nita,
in?
I haven't heard it from you in a while. What's up?
Yeah, Juanita. She's fluid in the chat right now. She should make a phone call appearance. How about that?
We haven't talked in a while. 406 is having butt fun, says OMF Google.
Since she's my favorite fan.
All we need is like David or Gangrene David and our buddy from the Cleveland Browns.
You want me to text David and see if he can pop on?
Yeah, what the heck? Why not?
All right, let me see. I'll send him a text. See if he
Anthony
could,
D, can you please change your number? I can't change. The thing is, I've used the service, and they assign us numbers to use for this free conference call. And I don't get to pick the numbers, but the area codes seem to be pretty consistent. So I don't know. Other people don't seem to have any trouble dialing in. I'm not sure what's up with your cell phone service. So let's see, what do we got here? Quinlan Cano. I feel bad for that toilet. I feel bad. Right? I don't feel bad for the toilet.
I gotta go. The toilet's overflowing. It's like Mount
toilet,
Vesuvius over here.
The toilet is
911.
The toilet is fine. It's the floor that is screwed. Because it comes out the toilet. The toilet is porcelain. That's got no problem. It's the floor that's looking up, going, "Oh my gosh!" And it's coming down. It's on the tile or whatever he's got on the floor. I've been there before. There's nothing worse than when you're looking down and that water's supposed to be going down and it starts coming up.
Norb, I just texted David. He's at watching the UFC fight, so maybe he'll try to give you a call quickly. He's like, "What?" Right.
Oh, Juanita Perez can't call in either. Oh, that's
Juanita.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
What? Oh. Why? What is it saying? She's got to pay a penny?
Probably the same thing that Anthony D's having troubles with.
I don't understand. What?
I don't know. Since when can you not call a domestic area code number? Isn't it supposed to be free calling on any number in the domestic United
it's 515. It's not like it's a 0001, like the international.
The 406 is still on the line. The guy who's laughing and not talking to us. See if he's picked up his phone yet. Hello, right. from the 406. Are you on the line? Hello. Hello. Are you there? Hello. Yeah. Hey, you're actually on your phone now. I tried to bring you on on the show. This is NorbCam and David in Atlanta. Are you? You've been holding for a while.
Is this? I talked
just hang up on this dude. This guy's
Who's this?
A troll,
Who's this?
Obviously.
No.
I would be like, bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's up?
Hello. How are you, sir? Do you know when you call, you're supposed to talk?
For the 406.
Yeah. I was just wondering. I was just wondering if you guys are you guys gonna get like, I think you guys should get like sweep get it a clean house and get rid of Julio Jones and all that, but so
you said we're gonna clean house and get rid of Julio Jones? Sir, did you fall in the toilet from tuna can?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, so
why
you're
would
basically
you think that the Falcons would get rid of Julio Jones?
Because I just was thought because I watched the game. I'm a Seahawks fan, and I was really shocked that you guys I thought you guys were gonna beat us this year, but yeah.
Norb, you want to take this, sir? I don't know how to respond to this. I mean, I do, but I'm being respectful.
That's okay. I know. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Falcons, you guys are in a tough situation. You got a lot of talent. The coaching staff is questionable, but I don't think you have to blow up the whole team, obviously. But,
all right, hey, Norb, but Gangrene David says he's on hold,
and
man.
Dan Quinn.
He's on area code 6.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's probably going to go. No, I see him. So
right, cool.
I'll give you one more question if you want to. What is your name, by the way, sir, in 406? What's your name? Okay, all right.
Oh my good
you
Lord!
You seem preoccupied. Okay, let's go to Gangrene. Let's go to Gangrene here.
Show, you need to be prepared, sir, and you clearly are not prepared.
Gangrene David, I know Gangrene David's ready to talk. What's up, man?
Well, David texted me because I'm out watching the UFC fight right now. David texted me and said you wanted me, so I'm here.
Yes, we wanted you.
Well, we're just doing our live show. You missed David, Sports Live in the ATL singing Justin Bieber at the top of this show.
Yeah,
you'll have to watch that.
Dude, I've been so busy. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, listen, I can't be on long because I'm out right now watching the UFC fight. Jorge Masvidal's fighting Nate Diaz tonight. So.
Wait, you mean you're not watching on TV? You're actually at the fight?
No, I'm watching it on TV.
Oh,
I wish I was at the fight, though.
Okay.
I wish I was at the. I was supposed to go to the fight, but it was too expensive, though. So.
Hey, congratulations!
David, let me go ahead and give you a congratulations, sir, because Norb, in case you didn't know, he won another ring.
I saw that. I was just going to say that.
So congratulations on championship number 2, sir.
Swimming, baby.
Nice job, man. Way to go.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. But so some quick football talk before I go back inside and watch the rest of these fights.
Yeah.
So, David, your Falcons are playing who this week?
We're going to lose to the bye week by 6.
Oh, that's right. You guys have the bye week.
Yeah, and they're going to beat us, too.
Oh, yeah. I had that same thought when we had our bye week. But, dude, one thing...
Well, the Jets are going to get a win this week, sir, so you should be happy.
No, I don't care. Like, listen, I'll be happy with a win, but if they lose, I just hope it puts more pressure to get that fraud fired. I hate our coach.
Boy, I tell you, man, there must be something with the people named David, because we both have disgruntled teams, and we both don't want our coaches anymore or general managers.
Well, I'm sorry, David. We are the most dysfunctional franchise in the NFL. We have a fraud of a head coach. Our quarterback's getting ruined, and we have 30 players on our injury report. We are the most dysfunctional franchise in the NFL.
Well, Gangrene, it doesn't help that you have a head coach that looked like he's on some kind of drug, and he looks like he should be in a straitjacket. So, yeah, I can understand.
Well, guess what? Our franchise got set back 5 years because we hired this fraud.
I remember his press conference at the very beginning. He looked like he was high or something. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. He was like the moment I saw that press conference, I'm like, this is who's developing our quarterback? God forbid.
Yeah.
I couldn't even believe it. But NorbCam, who are you guys playing this week?
Oh, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks coming in tomorrow, man.
I think this is definitely winnable. I guess the Todd Bowles defense, I think it's winnable for you guys.
Oh, is that their D coordinator? The D coordinator is your former head coach?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He reunited with Bruce Arians.
Bruce, I know. They've been doing pretty good against the run, though. It sounds like, statistically speaking.
Well, they have.
David, let me ask you this question, sir. Be real talking, and do not say it to appease to me, but will my Atlanta Falcons win another football game this year?
I think once Matt Ryan comes back, I think you guys. I think eventually, I think you guys will win at least a few more games this year. Like, I think you guys are going to win a few more games just to kind of get that record up. It's kind of the same thing with us, too.
Yeah, well, that's definitely what I want, is at least another win.
Like Matt,
and I don't know if you're like me.
It or not. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like it or not, Matt Ryan puts you in the best position to win. But, hey, listen, I got to get back in because I'm about to go order food.
All right, Dave. Thanks for calling, my dude.
All right, man. Always good to talk to you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.
All right. See you later. David in Atlanta. I want a quick shout out. We had a couple of super chats while he was on the line. Dukes of Hazzard with $1.99. He says, "Good job on the radio. F the Niners." Thank you very much, Dukes of Hazzard. Another regular contributor. I think you were watching. Yeah, I saw your comments during my radio broadcast. Yeah, that was fun. Those guys are pretty good. I'm hoping to get them actually to appear on the channel. Maybe I can get them to Skype in or StreamYard them in here. Pretty good guys.
Let me say this, Norb, if I can, because I know you mentioned David in Atlanta a lot. It may confuse people. I'm actually SportsLiveInTheATL in the chat under the mod blue.
Right.
David in Atlanta was a previous channel that I had before I went back to my original, just so you know.
I find myself saying, cause I want to say your name, and of course I say that because I'm thinking I know you as David, who is in Atlanta, but I know your channel, Sports Live in the ATL, so we'll get that right. Special thanks to Unix Format, also $2 super chat. Sup, Dukes of Hazzard, go Hawks, let's get them Bucks. Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow's going to be fun. The weather should be nice and clear and sunny. I think I'm tired of hoping for rainy days because we got a rainy day against the Ravens and we got our butts kicked. So I'm going for let's get the sunny day and let's just turn it up on these guys through the air and on the ground. Dukes of
I think
Hazzard.
you guys are going to win, just like I said. I don't see how you're going to lose.
Well, if we lose, it's going to be because I think we do what we have done at the other 2 home losses. We just turn the ball over. So if we don't do that, I think we'll win this game. You know, those are killers. But
I'm
Dukes of
hoping
Hazzard,
you win for sure because it's a team in my division. So.
Well, we'll see. They're only 2-5. I think that's the record. It's 2-5, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I want them to lose. So maybe if Atlanta can put 3 straight wins, maybe we won't finish in last place.
That's true. I mean, we're only 1 game ahead of you guys. So Dukes of Hazzard with a $1.99 super chat. He's a hell yeah, Unix. What's up? Go Diaz. And hey, look at this. Sports Live, the ATL, not David in Atlanta. $5
You know
super
I
chat.
always got to come through for you, sir.
Thank you, bro, man. Cheers. Cheers.
Cool.
I'll give you a digital cheers right here. With my, here you go. Do it again. Cheers. Ding. All right. Quinlan wants to know, I think it's Quinlan from Hawaii, right? Are you drinking beer, David?
Yes, sir.
Figure so.
Well, I had a lot of water earlier, so.
Yeah. Well.
Somebody says the Jets need a kicker. I think the Jets need a lot of things besides a kicker.
They need everything.
Whoa.
And the kitchen sink. Oh, man. Well, we have been going an hour 50. We are longer than most movies.
Except Titanic, which is 3
well,
hours.
Titanic, there'd be like another whole hour and 20 minutes going. And you guys have actually stayed long enough. You've spent more time watching this than the length of most feature films. So cheers to you guys for hanging in, for all 5 of you, or however you're watching. Actually, it says
Well, you want to know why?
57.
It's because it's NorbCam and Sleeta.
That's right. Never a dull moment. Heck, we're
like Laverne and Shirley.
We witnessed toilets overflowing. Well, we didn't
Toilets
witness it,
overflowing, and I think he's still plunging. That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I gotta go. Sorry, the toilet's overflowing.
What was weird? He was so calm about it. Okay, I gotta go. My toilet's overflowing. He wasn't freaked out. I mean, that's like the worst thing in the world.
Maybe it's a commonplace in the household where they call the plumber a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is that you do not want any of that in your house. That's just like, it's not only when it's happening, but the thought of the cleanup afterwards.
I know, right? Could you imagine? And somebody in your chat says, "Go Hawks, the Falcons stink." Really? Like I don't know that right now. 1-7 says that.
It's kicking you while you're down, man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Dukes of Hazzard, $1.99 super
Look, if
chat.
I can bounce back from a Super Bowl choke in 2016 and Falcon teams in the 80s, I think I can bounce back from this.
Hey, life goes on, right?
Yes, it does, sir.
I actually I happened to take a peek at that. My reaction to Super Bowl 53. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, 51. 51. That's 51, right?
When the Falcons lost?
Yeah, 51. And I watched a little bit of my reaction to that, and it more than what happened afterwards, but it was just, again, it brings up I'm not doing this just to make you suffer and re-experience the tragedy and the stress, but it just goes to remind me that when games can go a certain way, and it could sometimes just take one play to send the momentum skyrocketing the other direction. And we've had 2 games that have happened that way with those turnovers in our 2 losses. But when I think about that game, you guys had, I think I started my broadcast talking about when Julio Jones made that incredible pass catch at the 20-yard line. I mean, you guys, it was in the bag. All you got to do is kick the field goal, and you're up by 2 with less than 4 minutes or something left. I mean, it was...
Yeah, it would have been an 11-point lead, and it's kind of hard
11-point lead. And all you had to do was not lose any yards and kick the field goal. You didn't even have to go forward. You could have just sat there, took a knee 3 times, and kicked a field goal. But instead, I think it was
It's Atlanta sports, man.
And then the sack. The sack.
Yeah, right. And the thing is that I... occasionally, when I type in it, I see your reaction video pop up. I haven't had the chance to stomach to watch it because I know if I did, I would get upset again.
Yeah. I'm really good in that video, though, man. My commentary was like spot on. Man.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I could imagine what you said when good. Maybe I'll watch it one day. Maybe after we win 2 rings. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, and after the Mariners win the World Series, we'll both watch it together. How about that?
Well, Ichiro came back, so I guess you should be happy about that.
Yeah.
He came back and retired a Mariner, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of an anticlimactic ceremonial revisit, but
a really good player for the Mariners. You know, and I know your channel is mainly football, but I wish the Seattle Mariners would kind of get back on the map because I always enjoyed, when watching the Mariners with Ken Griffey and Ichiro and Jay Buhner and stuff like that. And Seattle, to me, has such a loyal fan base in sports that it kind of sucks that the Mariners aren't that good and you don't even have an NBA team anymore. So maybe you guys can get back because it's always, it's a loyal fan base in Seattle, at least from what I could tell.
Yeah. No, we every sport, whether it was basketball back when we still had the Sonics, Seahawks, even when they sucked, Mariners pretty much have always sucked, but when we had that moment of closeness in any kind of playoffs, this town was crazy.
Like that 95 playoffs against the Yankees. Remember that one?
It's all we have, man. It's like anytime we have some kind of special, throw back the clock night, it's always like, hey, look, it's a bobblehead 95 night. It's like, we got nothing else.
Guess what, though? You guys actually have Atlanta United is not going to repeat as MLS Cup champions because Toronto beat us the other day 2-1. So the Seattle Sounders are playing in the MLS Cup, and you would have come here.
That's right.
But now you guys are going to host it. So good luck, man.
And I confess I'm not any kind of soccer fan whatsoever. So,
but you're going to watch it. It's for a championship, sir.
It's a championship in my hometown in CenturyLink Field. That is pretty awesome that the Sounders are hosting the MLS Club. That doesn't happen every other day. So,
you can thank Atlanta again, sir. You can thank Atlanta for making that happen by losing at home.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man. That's
no problem.
It's very kind of you.
I'm in a giving mood.
I want to say thank you to Unix Format, who's just busting up the super chat here. It says, Sports Live in the ATL, thanks for making my night. Let's go Hawks, Dukes of Hazzard. Let's get it done tomorrow. Everyone, thumbs up, Norb and David. Yeah, like this video, by the way. Like this video. Subscribe while you're with us. Hit that sub button for me, and then open up another browser window and sub up Sports Live in the ATL. I know David's been stuck in 1,700 subscribers jail for a long time. He wants to get up to 2,000. Somebody make it happen.
I'm trying to get to 2K. I'm trying to get to 2K. It'll make my existence with this year, but no matter what my channel does, back and forth, I enjoy doing videos and repping my teams and bringing it out to everybody. So, and Unks Format, thank you for all the kind words. I've been following your chat. Thank you very much. Cheers to you, my dude.
Dukes of Hazzard, Buck99 Super Chat. See you guys tomorrow. Go Diaz. And then followed up with a my, oh my. Rest in peace for all of you guys don't know, for every Mariner fan knows that the voice of Dave Niehaus.
That's the announcer.
Dave Niehaus, the late Dave Niehaus, one of the best announcers I have ever had the pleasure to listen to. And it's just so sad that he had to announce such bad baseball. But he did have some moments. But he was one of the best voices. I spent many summers listening to him on the radio, and just he could talk about anything, and it sounded good.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like here in Atlanta, Norb, when we had Pete Van Weeren, Skip Carey, and Ernie Johnson, who recently passed away. So the last couple of years, and I actually was fortunate. If you watched the Braves games in the '80s, these guys, I actually got a chance to meet them when I went to the games a couple of years ago. So meeting the announcers on TBS when I was a little kid was an honor. It was fun to see that. Seahawks 12 says, David, what is your prediction tomorrow? I'm guessing for Seattle and Tampa Bay. I like Seattle to win. I think Seattle is just I don't think Tampa Bay is that good. And I think Seattle at home is going to win pretty comfortably. 38-20, probably somewhere around there. Thanks, Owen. Appreciate the kind words.
I'll take that.
Of course you should. And you'll be 7-2, and you'll still be complaining.
I'm not going to complain. I'll be very happy
about
that.
Well, not you, maybe, but guys.
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to say that I lost my thought, man. I see a lot of people subscribing. David, looks like you got a subscriber just now.
I appreciate it. Everybody just keep subbing up my channel. I have great content. I'm real. You're going to get a lot of comedy. You're going to get a lot of rants, but it'll always be respectful. Not much vulgarity. Just a loyal fan. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the subs.
I gotta show something. This was really cool. Yesterday I have one of the coolest things happen. Halloween. I have a young Seahawks fan. He goes by Seahawks Martin on YouTube. So that's his handle. But he went as me for Halloween, and you can't see it, David, because I know you don't have the camera. I'm going to show it on the screen right here. Some of you have probably seen this already, but there you go. There's the picture. That's Seahawks Martin. Go check out his channel. He did a video talking about wearing my makeup and saying I'm going as NorbCam for Halloween tonight. And anyway, really cool. So I got a side-by-side picture of me and my makeup and him and his, and he's matching my facial expression side by side. It's awesome. Anyway, so if you're watching this, Martin, thanks for doing that.
Yes, can Seahawks Martin do the what's your alter ego? And I do see it, by the way. Yeah, there you go.
Is that what you're talking about? Crisostomo.
Crisostomo.
Get the name, baby. We're 49ers 8-0. We're going Super Bowl, undefeated, perfect season. That's right.
Oh, Crisostomo, I want to give you Dan Quinn back, sir. Can you take him, please?
I don't want that crap. We're doing fine without him. Why would I want that crap in my team?
Oh, you want him back, sir.
All I know is I'm going to take down NorbCam when we do our rivals video leading up to Monday Night Football.
Star Wars.
Something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
Don't tell me what to do, David. Don't tell me what to do.
You the man, Crisostomo.
I know. Man. I know this.
I know you are.
I know this. I got to go. My face is getting tired. I got to go.
All right. Anyway, I wanted to say, so, Unix and Dukes of Hazzard, how come you guys don't call in? You guys are so active in the chat, donating and all that stuff. Why don't you guys call in? I was wondering.
Hey, Fizzle says, want a Sleater rant. Just wait till next week when the Falcons lose to the Saints.
Oh. If there's one game you have to win, it's got to be that one, right?
Oh, of course. It's anytime we play New Orleans, always.
And wait, you guys, this is the first one against them, right? You haven't played yet?
Dude, we haven't played our division yet, and we're 1-7. So,
man, that's gonna get stacked right here.
Yeah.
Just think, you guys could win out, and you could be 9-7 at the end of the season.
Stop, Norb, stop. Cut the brakes. That is not. Don't get my hopes up, sir. That is not going to happen. Not as long as Dan Quinn's here.
Well, maybe he gets fired, and then you go 9-7.
Yeah, not likely, because then if he gets fired, then we already lost another game, unless we won and he got fired. So why would you fire him if we win?
Dukes of Hazzard says, Dukes of Hazzard, the Super Chat Bug 99. That's badass, Seahawk Martin. I know.
Seahawk Martin.
That was pretty awesome.
Kudos, shout to my dude.
Yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, says Donnie Pearson, I'm stoked about the Rise of Skywalker. Can't wait till December 20th. So, background, you and I have collabed on a lot of stuff. And, of course, you've seen my videos where me and Crisostomo, he happened to be playing an Atlanta Falcons fan.
The Millennium Falcon, that was awesome.
Yeah. I didn't ever get to ask you, are you a Star Wars fan? Are you sci-fi, you into that?
I'm definitely a sci-fi fan when it comes to movies, and I'll put it like this. How about these names? Battlestar Galactica.
Ooh, now are we talking old school or are we talking new school?
Yeah, the one with, was it called Outland or something? Outlander with, I forgot what it was called, Buck Rogers.
Oh, yeah. Wait, now, when you say Battlestar Galactica, there was basically 3 iterations of Battlestar Galactica. There was the original
was the one from the 70s.
Okay,
I
grew up playing that
with Aaron Gray.
Oh,
yeah.
Aaron Gray. She was Buck Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
That was Wilma.
Yeah.
Wilma Deering.
She was hot too, right?
Yeah. Oh, then there was Princess Ardala. Ooh, she had it going on with those scantily clad alien outfits.
Yeah. One of my favorite episodes from Battlestar Galactica was the Space Vampire. Remember the green guy where he would take his black nails and put it under their neck right there and kind of like take their souls?
Battlestar Galactica, not Buck Rogers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Buck Rogers. Yeah,
Buck
where
Rogers.
where the vampire, the space vampire. That was awesome.
Okay, yeah. That was pretty good. Remember the one with Jack Palance? Do you remember Jack Palance was in? Jack Palance was the guy who he voiced Ripley's Believe It or Not, and he was also the in City Slickers, played the old cowboy guy in that. Ripley's Believe It. Or not.
Oh yeah, Ripley.
He had an appearance in Buck Rogers and had this. He had like this. He was like a priest or something, and he had this kind of power where his hands would glow, and he would mesmerize people. Anyway, I Can't remember what happened in that show, but I just remember he was in that
Well,
show.
there was also an episode. I'm trying to figure if it was Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica, or Outlander. What was that sci-fi with Martin Landau? What was that?
Oh, Space 1999.
Yeah, Space 1999. That was
awesome.
before.
That was pre-Star Wars, pre-Battlestar Galactica.
That was awesome. Space 1999 was awesome. But there was one episode, I think it was in Space 1999, where they had I don't know what the heck it was. It was like a wall, and then it had some spinning circle where something with tentacles would pull people into the whatever it was.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember, but that was awesome. But yeah, also, what was it? Land of the Giants. Dr. Smith, Will Smith, Mr. Smith.
I remember the Land of we were going way back, man. We were like dating ourselves big time
right?
here.
Yeah. Well, it was space. It was where Dr. Smith, the robot with the blinking head.
Lost in Space?
That's it. Yeah, Mr. Smith. Well, I don't know, Will. I don't know.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah, danger. Yeah. You know, Mr. Smith. He was always a coward. He'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
not me.
you never answered the question about Star Wars though. And hold on a second. Unix Format says $2 super chat. I will call next time. Go Hawks. And then Dukes of Hazzard says me too. I'm assuming he's talking about Battlestar Galactica or something.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard. Goonies for life.
I love the Star Wars. The first couple with the first couple Harrison Ford.
The 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 basically.
To be
Star
quite
Wars
frank
and Empire
with
Strikes
you,
Back.
Yeah. Well, the last Star Wars that I watched was when Darth Vader as the young Skywalker. Remember when he got burnt or something?
I know.
In his mask?
We're talking about the prequels 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that's the last one that I watched. There's just too many that are out there.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
too many.
For me, 4 and 5, Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, of all the trilogy or the 9 movies that are going to be in that whole series.
Yeah.
Call me just, hanging on to my childhood, but 4 and 5, those are the best ones. 1, 2, and 3, I'm sorry. I just could not get into those movies. It was painful to watch the prequels and some really bad acting going on in that. The more recent movies are a little bit better, but I don't know, it's just not the same. Maybe it's because we live in a world now where there's so much good sci-fi that Star Wars isn't as special.
I love the Sci-Fi Channel. The Sci-Fi Channel has definitely improved themselves throughout the years.
Yeah.
The movies have gotten better. What about the Superman originals? Like with Christopher Reeve from the 70s,
man.
Superman 1 and 2.
Oh, I wish I had it with me. Again, great at the time. But the problem with it, of course, is that you watch it now and it's slow. The effects are cheesy and cheap looking as hell. And when you've been watching all these Marvel movies with amazing special effects, it's hard not to watch the old 70s action hero movies and go, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I love the way he would go. To me, the intro music is
John Williams, baby.
I love that. I love the intro.
That guy's like 1,000 years old now, but he's still making music. But those songs will live forever, and that's some of the most iconic, wonderful theme music ever made. To take Jaws. Star Wars theme, Superman, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Remember Shazam? Oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark, my dude. Remember Shazam?
Yeah. Shazam! That was kind of a
Bionic Woman and the $60 million man or $6 million man.
$6 million man. I remember back then, $6 million sounded like a lot. Now it's like
Norb, you and I are telling our age, sir. We are telling how old as dirt we are.
But man, this is good stuff, man. We got to do a whole segment. It's not even football. It's all just like retro TV and stuff like that. Dukes of Hazzard, Buck 99, Osmond,
Linda Carter,
YMD.
Isn't she still alive?
Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I think so. I wish she looked like she did back then.
Wonder Woman! The powers that you do. I love that shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Every once in a while, it's okay.
Old school, man. Old school. They don't make shows like that anymore, for sure.
Yeah. The TV is really good now. TV is to a point where there's better TV than movies out there. Back in the day, it was not that case,
Well, I was watching this movie the other night. It was... I don't remember the name of it. It was actually on YouTube. You know, sometimes you could just type in, say, horror movies 2019 on YouTube, and one popped up. It was good, man. It was. Don't know the name, but it was where this woman, I guess, some kind of a group counselor put troubled teens or whatever on an island for 3 days by themselves, and there was some creature on it. It was good, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
Could you see myself on an island for 3 days? Alone.
That would be pretty spooky.
In the middle of nowhere.
Would not enjoy that too well.
No.
Somebody asked about Quandre Diggs. Is he going to play tomorrow? No, he will not play. He will play on the Monday night game against the Niners. FYI. Donnie Pearson says Linda Carter is indeed still alive. She guest starred in an episode of the CW Supergirl. Oh, interesting. People are dropping off. 8 Fizzle Productions. Good night. Dukes of Hazzard. Buck 99 just turned 40 here. Oh, okay. You're still a youngster, man. I got to show you this.
Dude, I wish I was 40.
I gotta show something. Like, you can't see it, but you probably didn't know this. But if you guys have watched enough of my vlogs, you can see that movie poster back there, Frayed. And I don't know if you guys ever wondered what that is, but Frayed is this right here. I was going to do a countdown of my top favorite horror movies, but I'll stick this in here in advance of that. But what you're looking at here, this is a DVD of a horror movie I directed called Frayed. I wrote and directed this. Actually, I wrote, directed, I also edited and did the music for this. Frayed.
So why haven't you uploaded it yet so we could watch it, sir?
Well, because it's still out there because it got picked up by Lionsgate. It's actually out there in the world. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Comcast.
Wait, what is it called? Wait, hold on. What is it called?
Frayed. F-R-A-Y-E-D. I'm holding it in front. You can see it on the screen right here. F-R-A-Y-E-D, like a frayed rope.
E-D?
Yep. I'm showing
Frayed trailer?
Well, if you go on IMDb, you'll see it there, but yeah, you'll see my name's on the thing. I'm right there. You can't see it's probably out of focus, but that's my name.
When did you do it? What year was it?
We shot this in 2005.
Uh-huh.
And it got released by Lionsgate in 2009.
It says right here, it says Frayed, YouTube movies, Tony Dupe.
Tony Dupe,
Aaron Blakely.
Aaron Blakely?
Norb, yes.
That's me, man. So very few people know that. I don't talk about it much, but yes, I did make a movie.
Were you in it by chance?
I was just directing. I never actually made a cameo in it, so but if you go on YouTube and look up Frayed behind the scenes, you'll actually see some behind the scenes documentaries that we made, for some shorts about the making of this movie. There's 3 of them out there, 3 behind the scenes.
So can you give us your own, what is the movie about?
Okay, well, this needs its own segment. I could talk on 2 hours just about making this movie, but the inspiration comes from, it was kind of, again, this is before they re-released Halloween and a lot of the Friday the 13th, they kind of re-released all this. Again, we wrote this in 2003, we started writing it. And it was kind of a throwback at the time to Halloween, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And so me and a couple of my high school or elementary school buddies got together and we were like, we should make a movie. So we wrote this script based on a guy with a mask. You know, it's had a Halloween vibe to it, but we wanted to have some old school suspense with kind of a modern day twist. So it's got slasher elements, but a real mind twist at the end that a lot of people didn't see coming. So it's very psychological, but a lot of suspense. And but yeah, it's about a guy who's a mental patient who there's this really brutal scene in the beginning where this kid caught on camera, his mom gets beaten to death, and so he gets hospitalized, basically mentally institutionalized for that. And then he escapes years later, and then there's the sheriff and his daughter, and there's all kinds of camping and sex going on, and this guy goes out and kind of goes on a rampage. Anyway, to a climactic conclusion where you find out why all this is happening. It's very intense.
Well, I'm actually on the YouTube, and it looks like you had an old channel, and I'm going to check out. It says The Making of Frayed.
Yep, that's it. So
I'm definitely going to check it out once we're done here, sir, and I'm going to try to find it so I can watch it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yep, this is the movie. I spent a good chunk of my life trying to get this thing written, shot. It was like a month of hell trying to get this thing shot, and then trying to get it out there. We had a premiere in Los Angeles at the Screamfest Film Festival in Los Angeles, and shortly after that, we started getting offers from all kinds of distribution companies, and eventually we landed at Lionsgate, and it came out 2009 in August, and it was
so
cool.
I guess I can. So I guess I can ask you, Norb. Can I have your autograph, sir?
It's more valuable when it's on a check.
That is cool, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Dukes of Hazzard 199. You ever been to Long Beach, Washington? Oh yeah, I've been to Long Beach, Washington.
Definitely. If for some reason I cannot find it, I will buy a copy from you.
All right. I tell you what, I will even.
Just let me know how to get it done.
I'll sign a copy for you. Maybe I should make this a giveaway for some kind of contest
that would be awesome.
or something.
That would be cool.
But yeah, they're hard to find. But what's cool about this? I'm going on about it, but it's my show, so I can do that. Back when in 2009, when this came out, that was still back when they had the brick and mortar video stores. They still had Hollywood Video, Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Those are long gone, as you guys know. But back then, it was still fun because you go to your neighborhood video store and look for the discs and stuff. And it was cool. When the movie came out, it's like we went out to the video store and I looked for my movie and there it was on the shelf. It's like, horror, hey, afraid. Pull it out. It's like, hey, my movie's on the shelf. How cool is that?
What is it like? Let me ask you this. What is it like, since you directed it and you saw behind the scenes and everything, what is it like watching a movie when you already know what's going to happen, but you know it's not real, but you know you directed it and you're sitting there watching it for an hour and plus? What is it like watching your own
watching
movie?
my own movie?
Yeah.
Well, it's different. Obviously, by the time it was on the screen, I'd seen it a million times. So it's not even really like watching a movie. It's kind of like watching to make sure the sound and the sound effects and this music cue is all sounding right. That's more what it's like. But there's no better feeling than being able to watch your film with an audience in a theater. And that was the coolest thing about these film festivals, is especially my favorite one was going to, our movie was shown in the, how can I remember the name of it? It's down in LA, slightly northwest of LA. Damn, what's that? It's a good festival. It's
Think hard.
Where Clint Eastwood is kind of from.
Where he's from? Clint Eastwood? I don't remember.
We had our premiere in LA, and then we had the other festival over in. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it.
Well, Norb, while you're talking about that, I got to say, I cannot charge my tablet, and it's down to 13%. Okay. It was at 95%.
Well, I'm sure we'll be wrapping up here because we've been going for 2 hours and 16 minutes. We're going
to cut off.
We're giving the Titanic a run for the money, but for some reason, 51 people are still watching this. I can't believe you guys are still watching this.
It's you and I, sir.
I think people just have the stream on and they fell asleep. And their computers are just still streaming it. Nope, apparently they're still watching. Dukes of Hazzard said, hook me up with a DVD. All right, I'll figure out a way to do that.
I appreciate everybody that has come in. I had a blast.
No, this has been fun. We talked about everything from football and obviously a lot of other stuff. What's cool, what really sucks though about this, I learned a lot of brutal lessons doing this movie business, is that even this copy right here, I had to buy this myself. I had to go on Amazon and buy my own movie because I didn't get a single free copy. I had to literally go to the store and buy my own stinking movie. All right. So financially, it's a sad business, man. But they're out there. But like I said, you can watch it digitally on YouTube, Amazon.
Well, I'm gonna try to find the movie and get it. But if I can't, I would love to get a copy from you, and I would buy it from you. So.
Right, man. But yeah, you can check it out. You can check out the documentaries. We put a lot of our blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot more tears in this show. But it's great though, because it's one of those things where once you've created something like that and put it out there, much like these YouTube videos, it's now a part of cinema history. So I will always have this, and it will always be part of the American cinema world. It was out there. We had our time, and I'm proud of the movie. It's actually, I think it's a good movie, and you got to check it out because it's not for everybody. But
I'm gonna try to find it so I can watch it. I definitely want to see it.
Yeah. You won't regret it. It's you got to pay attention because there's a lot of things that you find out or little clues to the ending. So,
yes, sir.
Oh man, what else? What else shall we talk about?
Oh God, that was creepy.
You know what that's from, right? We talked about that movie earlier. John Williams, music. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. God, I love that movie.
No. What shall we talk about? It was
Or when his face melted, or when his face melted. Oh,
yeah, it was the face melting dude when he comes up and talks to Belloc and Marion, and he looks like he's gonna beat her up with nunchucks, and it's a coat hanger. And he sits down at the table. What shall we talk about? Oh, Unix format, $5 Dukes of Hazzard holding it down. We are watching because you guys are good. That's right.
That's right,
it's a football channel. We're talking about Battlestar Galactica. Who else could do that?
Star Wars.
Dukes of Hazzard, $1.99. Dibs on the DVD ATL Life. Bitters War. Dibs on the
Do I hear $20,000? Do I hear 20? Do I hear $10,000? Do I hear 30? Do I hear $40,000? And all of a sudden you get a notification for $40,000. Good Lord.
You know what's great, though, is that you know Space 1999. Everybody knows Star Wars. Everybody knows Star Trek. Some of you know Battlestar Galactica. Most people would not know what the hell Space 1999 is. And I think that's cool that you know that. Do you remember the theme song?
I can play it on YouTube. I don't remember top of my head. No. It was creepy, though. I know that.
It was very disco-ish. It had a disco vibe. Disco strings and the beat underneath it. But do you remember the spaceships? Remember the Eagles?
What was worse? That right there or me doing Baby Baby by Justin Bieber?
Oh, yours was worse by far. Mine was spot on. YouTube Space 99 theme, and it's just played side by side, and it's exactly note for note.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Unix format.
I'm gonna do that right now, sir. I'm gonna do that right now for you.
Play it. Play the Space 1999, and I'm gonna flag for copyright. Just kidding. No, play it. I want to hear it.
I wouldn't do it.
No, it would be fine. Jeez, talk about.
You want me to play it for real?
Yeah, play it. Just for a few seconds. They won't get me.
Okay, just for a few seconds. Okay.
Love my posters behind me. I got these two posters are movies I made myself. I'm gonna show you.
Space 1999.
That's Frayed, and then there's my own movie, NorbCam, The View from a 12.
Okay, you ready?
Based on the 2014 season. Go for it.
Okay,
It starts off like.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We got to add. Hold on.
Of course.
4, 3, 2, 1, boot.
Oh yeah, it had that cool dramatic open face. Here's the disco. There's the disco, baby.
Damn, that was weird.
Oh, you didn't even get to the good part. You cut out too soon. That's okay. That's all right. They got the gist.
Hold on.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Actually, you know what? That theme is not that good. That music kind of sucks, actually. But it sounded good at the time. You know, it's so funny because it's so dated, though, man. Just that disco is just like, holy cow. I've got the disco string.
Yes, Seahawks 12 says not cringy at all.
Yeah, right. Oh man, what
other? Norb, hey, dude, I hate to cut this down, man, but this thing is about ready to shut off.
Okay, all right. Well, I think maybe this is the time to end it. I mean, look at it. We're playing disco theme songs from space shows from the 1970s.
I had a great time, but I'm sorry about or if it was charged up, I'd stay on longer. But it's gonna just cut off.
It's okay, man. Well, thanks again for David for doing the paying off the bet. That was like 2.5 hours ago.
It's at the beginning of the video, the first 5 minutes or so. Go check it out. And sub at my channel, please. Sub my channel.
Okay, all right. And Sports Live in the ATL. Go check him out. And make sure you sub. get the notifications because he gets good content out there. We got to get him over 2,000 quick.
Thank you, sir.
And to all of you guys, please do the same for me. And
yes,
keep watching. We'll keep doing more videos, and hopefully tomorrow you guys can join me on my live stream coming at you from 1 o'clock from Century Link Field. That's gonna be 4 o'clock your time, David. And hopefully we can.
Well, I'll be out of town, but I will try to hit you up before the game or afterwards.
All right, that sounds good. All right, well, thank you guys. Dukes of Hazzard, one final super chat donation, $1.99. Thanks, guys. And I appreciate you guys hanging in there for probably the longest broadcast I've ever done. This has got to be, this was 2 hours.
I talk a lot.
2 hours and 24 minutes.
Yes, sir.
That is freaking long. And I have to go to the bathroom and flood my toilet this entire time. I held it the whole time. Go over there and put an APB out for Tuna Cat and make sure he's all right. Make sure he hadn't dove in. All right. APB on Tuna Cat. That was crazy, man. Oh, one of the funniest things ever. Two things of history. We had the longest show ever, and then a toilet flooding on NorbCam.
Yes, sir. And talking about sci-fi and 70s shows. Thanks, Seattle 12s. Thanks, NorbCam. I appreciate it, my guys. Thank you very much. Congrats again on the win last week. Good luck moving forward. All right, man. All right, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you guys later. Go Hawks. Yep. Later.